What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Coach Plays. Audio seems good, and we are ready for Sunday night football between the 4-7 Indianapolis Colts and the 8-3 Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be interesting to see if the Colts can give the Cowboys anything right now. What's up, Tyler? What is up, Coach Allen, Hall of Fame member? Glorious. We're not worthy. The show goes on. We're not worthy. Coach Allen, one of the greats, Hall of Fame member. All right, so as people's coming in, hit those thumbs up, help us out on your way in, and I need some help. I've yet to place a bet. I placed a bet on a boost bet, but I want to get in on something else. I'm either going Cowboys minus 11.5, which I kind of don't want to do that. I thought about the under, or do I just go anytime touchdown scorer and go either Jonathan Taylor or Ezekiel Elliott to score a touchdown? That's what I need to know right now. Do I just go for one of them to just score a touchdown tonight? Let's see. Ezekiel Elliott. I want to look up his stats. By the way, guys, we will go back and forth from this scene to this scene, and we'll get the game cast up for you. And there you go, my boy Chase. Got the chat up on that screen for you. All right, so Ezekiel Elliott is a touchdown scoring machine. In the past 4 games, he has at least scored one touchdown. In 2 games, he has scored 2. Do I just ride with him that he's going to score another one? Because it's like plus 115. You know, I could put $30 on that and try to double my money. Jonathan Taylor. Let's look at Jonathan Taylor stats. I could do Jonathan Taylor and both of them in a parlay, like that boost was. Could do that. That wouldn't be bad. Jonathan Taylor has scored in the last 3 games. Did not score in the following 4 and 5. But he has scored in the last 3 games. All right, so I think I roll with what's hot. I think I go with Ezekiel Elliott to score a touchdown. That's plus 115. $30 wins 35. Yeah, let's just go 30. All right, so that's done. Now let's see what a Jonathan Taylor and an Ezekiel Elliott would score. Jacob's in the house, says, yo, let's go Steelers. Steelers got a big win today. Let's go $10. Wins 31 if they both score. We'll do that too. All right, so I'm in on some bets. I got a boost bet. Boost bet that I am in on tonight has... Here's hey, Coach Allen, I want you to hear this. I did a $5 bet on all the noon games money line. Would have won $400. One got voided because it was a tie. That would have been a push that would have knocked out. I lost only 1 leg. Bet you want to guess who lost it for me today. Oh, would have won $400 at the effing Titans. I almost dropped the F-bomb right there. So, same game parlay, Jonathan Taylor and Elliott to score a touchdown, $10 wins 41. And Ezekiel Elliott, $30 bet that he just scores a touchdown, wins 64. And I have a boost bet, $25 wins 56 if Tony Pollard and Jonathan Taylor each rush for 50 yards. Are you streaming on Christmas Eve? Probably not, because I will actually be at the Tennessee Titans game on Christmas Eve. So yeah, that's going to be a day where we are probably not live. That'll be a tough one. I'm actually going to be busy those 3 days. the day before Christmas Eve, going to be at a Preds game that night. Then the following noon, going to be at a Titans game. And then you got Christmas next day, so that's going to be tough. You're going to a football game on Christmas Eve. Who are y'all? Who are you playing, y'all? We'll be playing the Houston Texans that game. All right, so we're going to pipe in this game audio. I think we're about good and ready for this. Do you like the NBA? Yeah, Jacob. I like the NBA. We'll be streaming NBA games here soon. It's been in my mind, like, when do we start streaming the NBA? We're hot into the NFL season, so that's kind of like where we're at right now. But yeah, we'll get back to streaming the NBA for sure. I'm just all football mode right now. So it's on a commercial break. Once this commercial break ends, I believe we are set up for kickoff. Like I say, we will go back and forth from this scene to this scene. I'll get the game cast up for you guys as well. And like I say, a new addition as we have the chat screen up on this side. Let me know if you like this as an addition. The game cast will be right up here in this top right corner. Doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty clean. There's always some things I could probably do to it to make it look a little bit nicer. But I think we're looking pretty good. I think that looks pretty solid. All right, so they're doing the national anthem now. We should be getting ready to get going here soon. We may start doing some reaction videos also, Jacob, to some NBA games. We've been starting to do some reaction videos. We'll kind of get into some NBA stuff soon. Just getting ready to kind of starting to feel like, when do we want to start covering the NBA a little bit more? I always feel like Christmas time, honestly, is like the start of NBA season.
More on the Colts story tonight. And a good evening to Melissa Stark.
This game audio now.
Well, hello, Mike. And 5 Sundays ago, Jeff Saturday was hunting.
As everybody is popping in the chat, guys, hit those thumbs up and pop in the chat. Let us know you're here. Let us know who you're rooting for. And if you have any bets, let us know what you're betting on tonight. That way we can keep up with it throughout the game.
He calls guys out and makes them accountable. He came in and said we need a faster tempo. He does things like we did back in the day here. He is a leader of men. I know that for a fact. As for his players, center Ryan Kelly said, when they first hired Saturday, it sounded crazy, but he's brought a new energy level. He's an authentic energy guy. And running back Jonathan Taylor said, Saturday is so passionate, it almost feels like he's still playing. He's a Colt for life. He helped build this organization and will do whatever it takes to make it better. Saturday told us he is hooked. He loves being part of a team again, and there is nothing more fun than teaching.
Well, tonight, Melissa, he coaches against Mike McCarthy, who he played his last game for with the Packers back in 2012. And even with that Titans loss today to the Eagles, still a long shot for the Colts to get back in the race. Cowboys, on the other hand, need a win to stay 2 back with 5 to go. And that Giants-Washington tie actually helped the Cowboys because nobody can get up to their spot where Dallas sits tonight, even if they lose with 8 wins. So the Colts going to kick it off here tonight. Indy won the toss and deferred. Chase McLaughlin will kick it for Indianapolis.
I did not know how to touch the line at all between
for the Cowboys, set to bring it back. Roof closed here at AT&T Stadium, and they told us
what was it? 11.5. That's tough. So this one is kicked off.
Off we go with a Turpin return. Good solid hit, 17-yard line to begin the night. One of their top special teamers, Grant Stewart, the stop. Here's the Dallas offense.
Dak Prescott, Mississippi State. Ezekiel Elliott, Ohio.
I'm going to mute that just due to copyright purpose. So they do wear the red, white, and blue striped helmet. Always a nice little touch.
Points a game, the last 4.
First play is to Tony Pollard, and he gets nowhere.
It's a very good run defense. Grover Stewart made the tackle. So the Dak story, game 6, back in the lineup after the thumb injury on the opening Sunday night of the season. Despite some interceptions, he has played well. As you look at those numbers in the last 5 games, most of those picks, all of them, as a matter of fact, coming in first halves of games. Says he's been a little aggressive, but he wants to stay there because his offense has looked good.
So 2nd and 10. Dak Prescott off a 3-step drop will get it off to his tight end, Noah Brown. Not tight end, wide receiver, Noah Brown.
3rd and about 4 against this Indy
3rd and
defense.
4 now.
Tackled by Isaiah Rodgers.
Yeah,
Get this game cast up for you guys.
Colts there on the first down play. They are very good inside. Grover Stewart, who made that play, DeForest Buckner, a lot of power inside. So as the Cowboys try and attack them, maybe a little bit more on the edges that Unique Ngakwe, Kwity Paye, instead of in there.
Do that just a moment, it'll pop up. Prescott fires. A lot of traffic there. Was that picked off? No.
As DeForest Buckner was coming back off the line of scrimmage, Rodney McLeod.
That was very close to being picked off.
Cowboys 3 and out.
So Prescott trying to get rid of the ball quick off that 3rd step.
Dak Prescott,
fires this one in the middle of the field. Might have got away with a little bit of PI there. Buckner was the one who had the chance as that ball tipped back. He couldn't get that interception.
That's a good way to start because the underdog team just wants to feel like we need a little respect here, and right off the bat they get it.
Brian Anger set to punt it away. Dallas Flowers, exciting return man. Fair catch, runs up.
Oh, fair caught, and the Cowboys hit him. And so that's going to be fair catch interference.
On this one.
You can't do that.
Flowers is not an experienced punt returner. Lit it up as a kickoff returner in the second half last week against Pittsburgh. Waiting for that first one, and he was interfered with by Kelvin Joseph of the Cowboys.
Yeah, the only question is, did Joseph get pushed into the returner? And that's what they will debate here.
Fair catch interference. Number 1, kicking team. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Carl Jefferson's worked a couple of Super Bowls, our referee here tonight, so a good stop, as you were alluding to, Chris, for a confidence build and a nice place to begin. Good starting field position for the Indianapolis offense.
Mute that just due to copyright again. So Paris Campbell, Michael Pittman Jr., a couple of their main targets out wide.
Ryan Kelly, Alabama.
In this first play,
Dennis Kelly.
handoff
And
for
Kelly
a few.
is in there because of an injury.
Jonathan
Braden
Taylor.
Smith is out tonight on that offensive line with an illness. They blocked for Jonathan Taylor for 3 yards there. The Braden Smith loss is very big against the top pass rushing team in the NFL.
So Colts
So
able to get a 3 and out for the Cowboys.
Kelly is the center, 78.
And having a chance to start this game off strong. They are already at the 50-yard line after that penalty of fair catch interference.
4 for Taylor on first down. Matt Ryan's first.
Matt Ryan right in the middle. That is caught.
Kylan Granson, the tight end who was out last week, back in the lineup. First down, and Indy's going to jump the ball.
I tell you, I stayed away from minus 11.5 because I felt like that was way too many points.
40-yard line. Turn and give it to Taylor.
Inside handoff Taylor. He's fighting for 2.
As he was stopped by Donovan Wilson and Micah Parsons. So Matt Ryan, the quarterback here, been doing this for a long time. He's seen a lot, but this year has been eye-opening. 14 years in Atlanta.
Matt Ryan, 11 touchdowns to 10
Looks like
interceptions.
a perfect fit, right? Veteran quarterback, great offensive line, terrific running back in Taylor. The O-line has struggled, so did Ryan. He was injured and benched after 7 games.
So 2nd and 8, a little power for Jonathan Taylor. He lowers his shoulder and will get a gain of about 4.
The 34 defense.
I'm going to have to make sure that we are up to date.
Yard for Taylor as DeMarcus
And on
Lawrence
3rd down, Taylor
stuffed
gets
that
a
out.
yard.
Saturday does. Tonight's first decision will be
And
a
so 4th
51
down.
or 52-yard field goal attempt.
Are they going to kick this long field goal?
Yeah, it's so hard.
I think I honestly would like to see the Colts go for it here.
But he has the kind of wiggle
You're
that
4 and
running
7
back
and
has
1
as
on the
well.
year.
So
You're
both of
at
these
Dallas.
guys on the edge, no matter who you're
I think
trying
I like
to
the
block,
thought
whether
of
it's Marcus Lawrence, Micah
trying
Parsons. Think about trying to tackle one of the best
to score a
backs in the
touchdown,
game,
but
and that's what
instead
it's
they
like
go
trying to
for the
block
field
these
goal.
guys.
It's 4th and 3. McCaughlin. This is going to be a 52-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Snap, set, kick is on its way. That one, good. 54 yards. So the Colts able to strike first. They force the 3 and out after a fair catch interference, puts them in a good field position. At least the Colts are able to put some points on the game on the board. Government Cheese says show the game. I can't, Government Cheese. They would shut me down. So sorry. Best I can do. Game audio and best play-by-play you've ever heard. So 3-0. After that, let's go ahead and look at the box score real quick. Let's go right over here. So this is the box score after the first 2 drives. Like say, quick for the Dallas Cowboys. 1 of 2 for 6 yards for Dak Prescott. Matt Ryan 1 for 1 for 9 yards. Jonathan Taylor off to 4 carries, 11 yards. I just need Jonathan Taylor to have 39 more yards. And then Pollard to get going. Pollard had 1 carry for 0. Noah Brown had the 1 catch for the Cowboys, 1 for 6. Keelan Granson, 1 catch for 9 for the Colts. So that's early, but that is after the first two drives for each team. So we are on a commercial break, and then once we get back, Cowboys should be able to take over, and we'll see what's their response. Like I say, quick 3 and out, not the way you would have wanted to start. We'll see what sort of answer they have after that. As always, guys, as you're popping in the chat, hit those thumbs up. Helps us out a lot. And comment in the chat who you're rooting for tonight, or if you have any bets on the game. Comment your bet in the game. That way we can track it and follow it. I've got a couple bets. I need Ezekiel Elliott to score a touchdown mainly. And then it'd be real nice if I could get Ezekiel Elliott to score and Jonathan Taylor to score. And then also Tony Pollard to have 50 yards rushing along with Jonathan Taylor. All right, so we're back. Get this game audio back going.
Turpin from the goal line brings it out. Get that speed wave. Gets over the 25 to the 28-yard line. Let's 8-yard line. Let's
go.
It's
trying to
let's beat the Indianapolis
freeze
defense.
a little bit on me.
What do you pay?
I'm going to mute that just for a minute for that music purpose.
Big miss in there. The Pro Bowl nickelback Kenny Moore out with an ankle injury. Suffered Monday night against
CeeDee Lamb motions left to right. Inside handoff, Tony Pollard.
Pollard again on this drive. He'll get
We do need to make.
It's always the conversation. Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, the balance here, and it's been Pollard.
So Ezekiel Elliott is there. Just need to make sure that he's not hurt. That would have been brutal for me.
Which side do you run the football toward? And Zach Martin, Terrence Steele over on that right-hand side. Whether you have Tony, whether you have Zeke, it just doesn't matter. But those two guys, they're different, but they're both tremendous backs.
CeeDee Lamb motions left to right.
2nd and 7.
And swing it out to Tony Pollard. He gets to the 40. That's where he'll just go out of bounds. But it will be the Cowboys' first down.
Yeah, there's nothing quite like an easy pass for 10 yards, right? If you're a quarterback and you come out and you're a little nervous and you're getting amped up before the game and you just swing it out to Pollard and it's just that easy. And that's what gets quarterbacks in a groove early in the game. And you hear coaches talk about throws like that all the time.
The 40. Dak will throw. Got rid of it and caught.
Gets that one to Schultz.
The first one of the bunch.
And did he fumble at the end? I think they're going to say he was down.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down with a fifth-year man out of Stanford.
So Bobby Okereke really was the one that got beaten on the play on the coverage, but then he turned around and almost got this thing out with a
Schultz
good
with a
punch
nice
from
little
Schultz.
pigtail route. Boy, that was close. Cowboys go quick. Pollard able to get a couple. That one might have been a little bit closer than you think as far as if Schultz did fumble.
That's close.
That's what
really
I thought
close.
too.
So they're going to go back and look at this. Yeah, I think it ultimately would have been down. His arm started going, but that ball wasn't out quite yet until his knee was down. Carver family has just checked in the chat. What's up, Carver family? Team members. Handoff, Ezekiel Elliott off to a good run. Needed 7, give him about 9.
7th-year man of Ohio State missed a couple of games with a knee injury, looking good the last 2.
So these inside zone plays, everybody wants to get back behind Zach Martin, right? So would I. And you can see the way that Zach Martin, Terrence Steele, even though the play looks like it's going off to the left, those plays are intentionally cutting back to get behind their better side.
So offset fullback, 2 tight end set. And Elliott will get a gain of about 4. So far, Elliott 2 carries for 15. Tony Pollard 3 for 6.
But the Cowboys starting to establish their run on this drive.
Yeah, the other thing that you see out of the Cowboys a lot
I
more
need to see an
lately
Ezekiel
is they
Elliott
bring
touchdown.
4 tight ends in and out of the game. So 2 rookies and Jake Ferguson, Peyton Hendershot, Sean McKeon was in on that last one, Dalton Schultz, a little bit of the pass catcher and a good blocker as well. So it's a different look.
And off Ezekiel Elliott. Hard running, needed 5. He'll pick up 3, maybe 4. Give him 3.
Coming up as we go past halfway through this opening quarter.
For Mike McCarthy, he knows exactly what he's looking for with this defense. They will pop in and out. They'll play some 4-man lines, some 5-man lines, and they have very specific plans for each of those. So depending on what the reaction is on the defensive side of things, that's what Dak will get to with his audibles at the line.
2 tight end set for the Cowboys. A little inside zone for Elliott. He hits it hard, and he's going to be rewarded for first down. Now that spot looks atrocious. Yikes.
It's going to be short. It'll be 4th down.
Oh, my. That was a terrible spot. What's up, Angie?
Knee down earlier than that.
Golly.
The officials determined a 4th and short coming.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Mike McCarthy is looking up to see the
So Cowboys going to go for it. 4th and 1. They hand off to Ezekiel Elliott at the fullback position. Give him about 6 and a first down.
Nearly 7 yards. Such a good look.
So had Ezekiel Elliott at the fullback position there. You like that as you had Pollard in the halfback position.
Jake Ferguson, he looked tremendous in that game a week ago, but so many times people want to just compare the yards per carry average of Tony Pollard, 5.6 against Ezekiel Elliott, 4.1. It doesn't count goal line and short yardage plays, right?
So Pollard back in there at running back in a tray set. Play action. Dak right down the middle for Schultz, and that one's a little bit too high.
Yannick Ngakoue was bringing pressure on Prescott.
He is the running back, Angie, but they've got Tony Pollard as well. They now have a 2-back system.
Yannick Ngakoue on the outside has clearly been the best pass rusher for this team for a long time. He has 8.5 sacks and just is going to be a consistent thorn for Dak Prescott.
Whenever he shows up, he just gets 8.5 sacks. A very good start to his career. 2nd and 10.
Tony Pollard.
Side give Pollard.
Nothing there. I need Tony Pollard to get going. He's got 4 carries for 7
we talked to
right
Mike
now.
McCarthy, and we talked to the folks around Dallas, and one of the first things everybody said, this Colts roster is good. Look at their record. We understand the problems, but the roster, especially the guys out here right now on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, talk to their rival in Philadelphia. The Colts really had them beat.
Yes, they did.
They had them beat. They couldn't score from the 5-yard line. It would have been lights out for the Eagles in their second loss.
Trip set to the right, closed on the backside as CeeDee Lamb now motions to the left.
Dak organizing the guys.
Dak Prescott hits CeeDee Lamb, and that's going to be a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb was on a shallow route. He gets wrapped up, taken down to the ground, but they did not rule him down as maybe he landed on the defender. We're going to have to look at this. It would be a 12-play, 73-yard drive for a touchdown.
For the moment, Cowboys lead.
That's the way I saw it as well. Let's take a look. Cloud underneath. Did anything
wow. I do not think he touched the ground.
I didn't see it.
I think that's going to be a CeeDee Lamb touchdown.
How good is CeeDee Lamb? He is just taking over the Dallas Cowboys passing game.
Did that elbow
hit?
hit?
On the ground, I didn't see it.
That is close. That is as close as it's going to be.
That left forearm coming down.
I really need him to come down. Like I need Ezekiel Elliott touchdown, not CeeDee Lamb touchdown.
Scoring play confirmation.
What are you guys seeing in the chat if you're watching it right now? It's going to be close. The only part would be the forearm. So they confirmed it. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb gets slung down but lands on the defender and then gets going.
On this football team.
Touchdown Cowboys.
The receivers have become so good at that. Trying to keep themselves alive. Use the hand to not let another body part hit. Brent Maher.
Extra point.
Off the left hash.
Up.
The extra point.
And
so
good.
They were going to stop him there on third down. Front pressure.
So Cowboys find their answer and are now up 7-3 in this one. The Colts are going to have to answer back. All right, guys, so commercial break. I will be right back. I'm going to take the dog out. All right, guys, I'm back. Otis Smurr. Hope I said your name right. I'm going to call you Otis. Says, let's go, boys. As Cowboys do get that answer and pipe in the game audio as they are kicking this one back off to the Colts.
7 deep. Give it a whirl. Sprinting. In all likelihood to come back. 2 flags on the far side and a third one thrown. And as the players were separating to their own side. This will be a lot for Carl Cheffers to sort out here. This Dallas team that is the second most penalized team in the league. Only Denver more penalties. Dallas is 7.5 a game. And on Thanksgiving evening here against the Giants, they had 13. There's Deion Jackson grabbing Sam Williams, and here's what happened on the end of the play on the sideline. So the way Peyton Hendershot went in with his helmet, and
Government Cheese says
then
go
there was
Dallas.
more conversation afterwards.
So they're reviewing some stuff right now as
for the 7 officials to sort out
penalties. So we'll see what they kind of come up with. 42 people in the house, guys. Only 6 thumbs up. Hit those thumbs up. It helps us out. Jalen Brown is so good.
Right now.
How's Taylor?
There are fouls by both
Taylor
teams on
4
the play.
carries for 11 yards.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 89 of the kicking team. Holding on the return team. Both fouls will offset at the spot of the return team's foul. First down.
Okay, so it goes back to where the Indianapolis
So
foul
a whole
occurred.
lot of nothing
So
there.
Matt Ryan will take over from there.
Whole lot of nothing
Chris, when
when
we
it's
started talking to
offsetting
Matt Ryan last
penalties,
night,
which
the great
I've
thing was his first
always
15
not
seconds
understand
of
how a
not being able
personal
to spit out
foul
a word. He was
is
just
the
like,
same thing
couldn't
as
find
just a
the
holding
words to
call.
describe what
To
the
me, a
last
personal
month has been
foul
like.
should not be
Yeah, we're like,
offsetting.
how's it been? You okay? And he's like, I go, that pretty well sums it up, doesn't it? But you lose your offensive coordinator, then you lose your head coach, and then they name a 31-year-old offensive coordinator that's 6 years younger than you are, and of course you go out and win the first game, and it's just been crazy. But really, the story was him
So
getting
first and
benched
10
Saturday,
for the Colts.
sort of bringing him back.
Handoff Jonathan Taylor. He gets to the outside, and he will fight for 5 yards.
With a run of about 6 yards. You mentioned the 31-year-old offensive coordinator, Parks Frazier.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories.
Talking about Parks Frazier, the
people in my day,
offensive
but Parks Frazier
coordinator.
is right up there, 31 years old, and basically
31.
he was the last
Holy
offensive
cow.
body standing in
My
the
age.
room, so
Stop.
they asked him to call the plays.
Handoff Jonathan Taylor on 2nd and 5. Finds a crease, 30, 40, and he'll get a first down.
When he uses the power, a gain of 14 in Indianapolis first down.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with the way that the Colts run block. There never has been, and Jonathan Taylor is a phenomenal guy. I mean, you just take a look at what he did
I
a
know,
season
Pregame.
ago. He
I
just
know, man.
shattered the rushing title, won it by 552 yards.
So first and
if they
10
can
for the
keep it
Colts.
with the run game and play action,
Matt Ryan, 5-step drop, going to take a shot deep down the field. Pittman able to adjust for the football. That ain't Pittman. That is actually Pierce on the catch. He rotates his body around to make an adjustment on that football and makes a big play. And the Colts are in business.
Lowest average depth of target just threw one up. And that's what I'm talking about. Their receivers are 6'3", 6'4", 6'7" out there. Give them a chance.
Second longest
Handoff, Taylor picks a yard as he is walloped
for a yard
by
or
big
so.
number 96.
It's funny, we get done with one game and then you
Can't
start
tell
diving
who that
in.
was
What have we heard? What's
for
been
the
the narrative?
Cowboys.
Colts offensive line, which was supposed to be great, isn't all that good.
Gallimore.
And then you put on the tape
Gallimore.
the last couple of games, and you texted me that reaction. Pretty good.
They're fine, and especially when they're running the ball. The one thing I will say surprised
Guys, hit those thumbs up for me. It helps out the stream, helps everybody out, get some people in the chat. It's free, guys, so if you would, hit those thumbs up. Help support the channel. 2nd and 9. Matt Ryan looking left, pumps, and will now throw towards the end zone. Wide open. Doolin, and that is a touchdown. Colts. How in the world did he end up that wide open? We're going to have to see.
Well, we all
Diggs
know about
on
Trayvon
coverage.
Diggs. He gets a lot of interceptions, but sometimes
Oh,
he
the
thinks
pump
he's
got
gonna
him.
get an interception, and
So he
wants to
just
jump
goes for a
around to
little
get the
slant
interception,
stutter.
and he gives up a really easy
And Diggs
touchdown.
went for the
Good job
slant
by
big
Ryan
time.
with that
Boy,
little
did he get
shoulder
smoked.
shimmy to make him really believe that was a slant. That is the MO. You get the great plays out of Diggs,
Wow.
and you get a few of those.
Government Cheese not happy with that one.
For the extra point. And the Colts against good teams,
So
they
just like
show up
that,
and play hard.
the Colts now
Ashton Dulin
up
last
10
week 5.
to 7, and give some credit to the Indianapolis Colts for answering that drive of their own. They had some success on the ground, which is going to be key in this game. So let's go ahead and go back to the box score for a minute. Matt Ryan is now 3 for 3 for 68 yards and a touchdown with a quarterback rating of 158.3. I would be shocked if it stays anywhere close to that, but that's what it is right now, which is a big reason why I did not feel comfortable taking Cowboys minus 11.5. Thought that was a lot of points. Still a lot of game left to go. Dak Prescott's 4-6 for 47 yards and a touchdown, a 129 quarterback rating. Jonathan Taylor, 7 carries for 31 yards, so he's off to a good start as he has 4.4 yards per carry. Tony Pollard, 4 for 7. I have Tony Pollard in a boost bet. I need him to get going. So he's got 4 carries for 7 yards. I need him to get 50 yards rushing. Ezekiel Elliott is the better back right now. 5 carries for 25 yards, a 5.0 average. Receiving, Colts, All three guys, all different. Kylan Granson, 1 catch for 9. Alec Pierce, he had the big one, 1 for 45. And then Ashton Doolin catches Stephon Diggs on a, not Stephon Diggs, but his brother Diggs on a slant and go, and just popped him wide open in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. He's got 1 catch for 14 yards and a touchdown. For the Cowboys, Dalton Schultz, 1 for 11. Noah Brown, 1 for 6. Tony Pollard, 1 for 10. And CeeDee Lamb had the 1 catch for 20. It was just a shallow crosser that he got wrapped down to the ground but never touched the ground as he landed on the defender, and it ultimately ended up giving the Cowboys a touchdown. And that's where we are at right now. So a commercial break, and then the Cowboys will get their next drive. What's up, Brian Moore? Brian says, let's go D. Is he talking about let's go Dallas, or is he saying let's go defense as Indianapolis Colts? That is still to be determined. All right, so we're back now.
Tripped up at the 15-yard line. To Melissa.
Mike, more than a dozen Cowboy players and the coaching staff are wearing
45 people in the house, guys. Still 9 thumbs up. Let's get to 25 thumbs up. Smash them. Help us out. It goes a long way, guys.
And yesterday, the team met with a number of Medal of Honor recipients. I spoke with offensive lineman Zach Martin, and he said this cause is a no-brainer.
Make your dreams come true. Hit that like button for the Coach Plays. Help support us. And if you're new, hit the red button, subscribe, join the team today.
Museum that will open here in Arlington, Texas in 2024. Elliott to carry here. Gain of 5 for Zeke on first down. 3,511 service members all time have received the Medal of Honor, and the Jones family, very active. They've contributed $20 million to support this project for the museum.
And this is valor in combat. This is on the battlefield. All those great Americans.
It's great to see some of them on the field here this evening.
Another handoff. Elliott
run by Elliott.
Gets a couple.
We'll have 2nd and 1 with 2 minutes left in this opening quarter.
You know, it's kind of interesting for me to just watch the Colts defense take the field there. I mean, this is a Colts offense that's been averaging just under 16 points a game. They're almost there, right? They're almost there. We're in the first quarter. And so the defense is like, hey, let's go make a play out here. Let's go.
Here we go.
CeeDee Lamb motions right to left, makes it pro left, twins right, pumps left, now go back right, and he's got Brown. Takes a big shot, but he gets the first down.
And a first down in front of Julian Blackman, the safety. It's the guy calling the shots for the Indianapolis defense. Gus Bradley, the former head coach at Jacksonville. He's been a defensive coordinator or a head coach most of the last decade and a half in the NFL. And matching play calling with Kellen Moore on the other side, the Dallas offensive coordinator. He's been on a roll.
Little pump fake, setting up a tight end screen, and the Colts all over it. Who is that?
Ferguson to go. Rodney McLeod up from his safety spot to stop
McLeod on the stop. Boy, he came all the way downfield, read that play. Clearly something tipped him off of the watch the tight end screen.
Man coverage and they try and throw a screen to your guy.
He was all over it.
Thank you very much. This is an upbeat Colts team playing on national television tonight. I don't think they were too crazy about being
2nd and 15. CeeDee Lamb motions again. Little run action fake. Prescott flushed out to the left, keeping eyes downfield. Fires off the hands of his tight end. That would have been right at the first down marker. Instead, it's incomplete.
Harm done. We got third down coming up.
Bring down third and 15.
Yeah, really good play here by Prescott. He gets out of the pocket, and that throw was good enough to make it a third and very short, but instead now they're put themselves in a vulnerable position. Ball should have been caught.
Interesting, Jason Peters, the 40-year-old, is in there on this series at left tackle, with Tyler Smith, the normal left tackle, bumped in to the left guard position, where he has been getting some work.
So a little tray set to the left, third and 15. Prescott steps up in the pocket, dumps it off to Elliott, gets to the 35, lowers his shoulder at the 40. That's where he will be stopped, about 4 to 3 yards shy of the first down.
Start quarter number 2 after one in Arlington. Surprising, Colts have.
So that's the end of the first quarter. Colts 10, Cowboys 7. As they've got a fourth down coming. And that fourth down, they are, where are they at right now? They're at the Dallas 41. I'd be shocked if they go for this here. So it looks like the Colts are going to be able to get a stoppage here and force the Cowboys to punt the football. Just another message about chat rules on fighting.
Easy now. Coach, tell these boys what the first rule of my fight club is. No fight club. No fight club.
No fight club. And if you're new, subscribe to the Coach Plays. You do not ever want to miss the Coach Plays.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Ron Burgundy said it himself. Appreciate you, Ron. All right, so just waiting for commercial break to end, as that is the end of the first quarter. Matt Ryan ends the first quarter 3 for 3 for 68 yards and a touchdown, as Dak Prescott ends at 7 for 10 for 63 yards and a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 7 carries for 31. Ezekiel Elliott, 7 carries for 34. And then the receiving leaders, Alec Pierce, 1 for 45 for the Colts. CeeDee Lamb, 1 for 20 and a touchdown.
Lost 4 yards,
right,
but
so we're back.
just got to stay in favor. We're down a distance. Keep playing.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Hi, Melissa. Thank you. Game 249 as a head coach for Mike McCarthy. The 13 years in Green Bay. This season 3 in Dallas has the Cowboys at 8-3. A couple behind the Eagles in the NFC East, trying to tighten that gap, but Philadelphia won today. Those two teams meet on Christmas Eve. Fourth down to begin this second quarter, and Brian Anger will kick. Dallas Flowers back
So
to
they do
receive.
punt it away.
And Flowers going to let it go, and it'll go all the way in the end zone. The kick is 60. The net is 40.
It'll go in and out of the end zone.
And it is a touchback for Anger. It is Jeff.
I'm going to mute that just due to copyright music.
Practice film every day, so when he came in, it wasn't all the way out of left field. It was out of left field, but it wasn't out of the gap in left center.
Matt Ryan, this one's tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
Incomplete. So he knew what he was getting into. He had a little familiarity, maybe more than was portrayed in the media.
All right, tell the truth. It was a little weird going in and talking to Jeff Saturday, wasn't it?
A lot.
I kept thinking about Tony Dungy and what he had to be thinking, because it's one thing if you take somebody who doesn't have that sort of experience, start the season, but in the middle of the year, I mean, he had to seriously make a decision.
So
whether or not
a tray set to the left,
he said,
Trey wing, and run the draw. Little draw ISO for Jonathan Taylor. He finds 5.
Coaches around football, right?
10 likes, guys. 15 more to 25. Keep smashing those thumbs up for us. 56 in the house. Now a 3rd and 5
that basically has no experience
for the Colts as they are up 3, trying to have a chance to extend their lead.
They're a run-first team, and they've done a few clever things out here tonight. Let's see. Let's give them a chance.
And 3rd and 5 coming up here. Mike Strawn, their 5th receiver, is
sending the blitz, and they get to him quick, fast, and in a hurry. Wow. Matt Ryan went down super fast. And he just shoots through a gap right here. Wilson on the sack. Left guard kicks out. Center has his eyes on the Mike backer. And Wilson just is left alone.
To try and figure out all the different things that Dan Quinn can throw at you defensively, because he has about 8 or 9 different guys who are really good.
So Colts, missed opportunity there. Have them punting right out of the front of their end zone. It's going to be fair caught at about the 44. So another commercial break, but the Cowboys will take over, trying to regain the lead as they are down 10-7. So just waiting for this commercial break to end as the Cowboys will be able to take back over at their own 44. All right, here comes the Cowboys.
They're happy over in Fort Worth.
They get this one off quick. A little pitch to Tony Pollard, 50, and he'll get to the 40, and that's what I need. I need to see Tony Pollard get going because Jonathan Taylor has 36 yards rushing. We need Tony Pollard to get going. That way I can hit that boost. Tony Pollard, 6 carries for now 28. I feel better. They just go with a little pin and pull action. Decent blocking out on the perimeter by the tight end. Good pull by their lineman. Doesn't really get a whole lot on him, but he gets in his way, forces the defender to go out of his way. That's a big down. Handoff Pollard. And he'll fight for a gain of about 4.
You're talking about Tyron Smith suffered that significant hamstring injury at practice in late August, which required surgery. Tyron, he told me the entire time he was rehabbing, he felt very integrated with the team, stayed connected. Mentally, he's doing great. He came back to team meetings a few weeks ago and plans to return to practice next week. Said he's itching to get back, especially in time for the playoff push.
They open up that 21-day window before they have to make a decision, but certainly with the intent of getting him back
motions
out
left
there.
to right.
Tyler Smith's done a very
Inside handoff Pollard finds a little bit of a crease up A gap, and he'll get a gain of about 4 again. It's going to bring up a 32.
Makes the tackle. Remember, Chris, when we were here opening night, this was the big panic for the Cowboys.
Oh, absolutely. All the holding penalties.
I'm going to mute that just for that music.
And it has been the key to their season.
Prescott, quick little flat route to CeeDee Lamb, breaks the tackle, gets to the 20, to the 10. That's where he would be pushed out of bounds. This is where I need Ezekiel Elliott to check into the game. Because I have a $30 bet that he will score a touchdown.
You're going to see CD in motion a lot because they don't want anybody dictating coverage and taking him away.
I need an Ezekiel Elliott touchdown.
Not be able to get CeeDee Lamb on the ground. Good, quick little fake inside, then back outside. Be careful with him. He is on a heater right now.
Tony Pollard stays in.
3 tight ends in the game.
3 tight ends set. Quick little throw to the outside, and that is Gallup down to the 2. Take Pollard out. Put Ezekiel Elliott in. Come on now.
63 yards, season highs on Thanksgiving. Okay,
he is your hard runner.
That's what I
put him in.
Michael Gallup, for him to be that effective single receiver side, he
Pollard
has to
still
make those
stays
contested catches. And on Thanksgiving, we saw those plays made very consistently. He had a big day.
3 receivers, Pollard the back.
Pollard flips sides to the right. Inside handoff, Pollard, and he will walk in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Needed that to be Zeke. But I'm happy Pollard is getting his yards up. He's now got 8 carries, 34 yards. Cowboys now up, pinning the extra point. It'll be 14-10. They just run a little inside zone. Center does a great job. Might have got away with a hold on the second level.
But this is an offensive line. We talk a little bit about the Colts and what they've done. This offensive line is not only good right now, they're going to be a lot better when Tyron Smith comes back.
So the extra point is up, and the extra point is good. 14-10. Cowboys take the lead. Still 10-16 left to go in the first half. See what the Colts can do as far as an answer back. So far, this has been a good one. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Stacy says, thank Lord, live broadcasting. Let's go Colts. Absolutely, Stacy. Welcome to the Coach Plays. Appreciate you being here. I'm about to pipe in this game audio. All right,
Since
we're back
then,
now.
they've hovered around 500 with Ryan. They lost a couple of games that Sam Ellinger started.
So the Colts will take back over 1st and 10.
And by the way, the backup tonight is Nick Foles for Indianapolis. Deion Jackson's in the game in the backfield on this drive, and he gets nothing. Micah Parsons, one of the Cowboys over there on the tackle.
Hey, you think so much about Micah Parsons, and he's been so much more of an edge rusher this year. But don't forget, he's an inside backer, too. He knows
Micah
how to
Parsons
maneuver his
in
way
on
through
this
traffic
play,
here and make plays.
beating
That
some of
was
those
perfectly
kick-out
done
blocks
there.
for a no gain for
He
Jonathan
has just
Taylor.
been
That
a
was actually
dynamo. What does he have, 6
Jackson
games
on the
now
carry.
with 2 sacks in there, and when he gets going, sometimes you can't turn him off.
2nd and 9.
He gets 1, he gets 2. It's the way the games have gone for his stats are coming in.
And a lot of flags. This is probably going to be a false start on the Colts.
Only 1 penalty accepted against the Cowboys, none against the Colts until now. If this is in fact on Indianapolis.
All start. Number 56, offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Give that to Quentin Nelson. Terrific guard up front. 50-year man out of Notre Dame.
Just a little flinch pre-snap.
He's going to set up 2nd and 14.
Now Ryan, quick throw, Michael Pittman Jr. on a quick slant on 2nd and 14. He'll pick up about 11 of it, bring up a 3rd and 3.
In the 2nd round, he's their top guy in catches and yards.
Yeah, I thought we might see a little bit of a hurry-up pace out of the Colts because the Cowboys love to substitute so much, but perfectly happy back in the huddle there. I guess sometimes you want to pick up that first down and then think about it.
So 3rd and 3. Colts at their own 30. Motioning into a trips bunch. Quick throw to the flat, wide open, and that will be good for a gain of about 5 or 6 and a 1st down. Colts move the chains.
We'll keep this drive going at the 36-yard line.
Yep, you're going to see Parsons coming off the edge, and they were bringing the heat, but I tell you have to give some credit to Matt Ryan. Did you see him throw around the uplifted arms of that
so now we get a trips close. Trips is to the left.
I did.
Jackson is still the back, offset to the right. I really hope Jonathan Taylor is okay.
The Cowboys did, and the umpire came in and stopped the snap from happening. And
Little power to Jackson,
too pleased with that.
and he pushes the pile for a gain of about 6.
That's the 4th time that after a 1st down was achieved, they jumped the ball and tried to go quick to keep that personnel out there.
You will see the Dallas Cowboys substitute so freely, and Jeff Saturday, believe me, that's part of their strategy. They do not want these guys easily substituting, and if the referee's going to let him do it, then it kills part of his strategy, and he's hot. He deserves it.
Terry McCauley, our
14-10, handoff. That is Taylor. And he gets a gain of 4, bring up about 3rd and 1.
They give him the chance to match back up because of the confusion that could be caused. Who's coming off the bench, who stayed in. So even though you didn't sub, because of the way the play ended, that's what they do.
So 3rd and 1.
Every single Sunday, Terry teaches us something.
As the Colts are at their own 45 now.
Yeah, right. 3rd and 1.
Try to hard count him there. Doesn't happen. Matt Ryan checking the play at the line of scrimmage. Little wide zone to the left. Taylor has the crease, has the 1st down across the 50. So Matt Ryan checked it to a little wide zone to the left, and he's able to gain the edge as the Colts did a really good job there, and they get the 1st down.
So he checks, goes off tackle, picks up the easy first down.
76 passing yards, 53 rushing yards for a total of 129 for the Colts so far, as they are now in Cowboys territory. Once again, Matt Ryan checking the play in another condensed formation. See if they go outside zone again. They go outside toss. Taylor fights and will get up. Good gain of about 5. That's a really good positive play on first down. Now back-to-back plays. They've went tight, condensed formations, and went outside from them.
We all did, and yet it didn't. And some of the midseason shifts and Frank Wright.
And they stay with this condensed formation look again. You pretty well have 2 wings in a 2 tight end set. Odd front there for the Cowboys. Looks like their nose is shaded.
So it was tough on everybody.
Micah Parsons in a wide 9. And they run a little play action fake. Matt Ryan's in trouble, and he will throw it away. I think they're saying he was out of the tackle box. So is it intentional grounding or not? I don't know if he got out of the tackle box enough.
Carl Sheffer says
he was out of the pocket. 60 people in the house, guys. Only 12 thumbs up. Smash those thumbs up. Get in the comment section. Let us know who you're rooting for in this one. And if you have any bets on the game, let us know so we can track them.
Not even close.
He is not outside the tackle box.
Break there for the Colts.
That should have been intentional grounding. Instead, it's 3rd and 5. Get a trip set to the left, snugged on the backside. Looking left. Had a double clutch, and he goes down. You cannot blame Matt Ryan for that. Now, Matt Ryan's angry. He thinks he got a piece of his helmet. We'll have to see.
Anytime you get Micah Parsons down inside,
they have a 7-man front,
and you got to bring blockers
and they send more than they can get.
So basically on that one,
I see what Matt Ryan's talking about, but I don't think he got the face mask. I think he got more around his collar. So the Colts had a little bit of a drive going there. Instead, they have to punt. They need to try to find a way to pin the Cowboys deep, as it's 4:40 left to play in the first half. And he'll fair catch it at the 12. So that's where the Cowboys will take over. That is where the Cowboys will take over. Colts had some good things going there. Matt Ryan was doing a pretty good job as far as like making some checks at the line of scrimmage. Had some success outside of the box with some outside zones and some toss and some pin and pull action there. But once again, the Colts are having some issues today. Still in you popped in the chat. He's probably not even in here anymore. What's up, Still in you? He is a team member. My fault, Still in you. I missed you, my man. But yes, so the Colts are really struggling right now protecting Matt Ryan. Protecting Matt Ryan is a big issue. Carver Family says we need to hit those thumbs up. Those thumbs up would crucially help out the coach plays. Helps get us out there to as many people. It tells YouTube we're loving it. We got 54 people in the house, only 15 thumbs up. That thumbs up is free, my guys. And he says Scott and I are challenging each other. He says a vote for Colts is to lose in fantasy. So we both voted for Dallas. I want Colts to win. I'm happy to lose with Cowboys. 59 people in the house. So, yeah, like I say, Colts are doing some things in this game that's giving the Cowboys fits. But anytime the Cowboys say, screw it, let's send the house, that is when all crap is happening for the Colts. They are struggling. Matt Ryan's got to be able to recognize these things. And, I mean, it's a veteran quarterback. They need to find some outlets that he can just get rid of the ball quick. And it's tough. It's tough right now. He's not being able to get rid of that ball. And the Cowboys are getting to Matt Ryan. So it's 4:37 left to play. Colts still have time. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. But the Colts still have time to force the Cowboys to punt and for the Colts to have the opportunity to put up some late points. But the Cowboys also have time to extend their lead. Colts won the toss at the start of the game, elected to defer, so they will have the ball to open up the second half. So it's going to be interesting to see how this half ends.
Back here in Arlington, Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark, Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys start from the 12 and inside.
And that one should have been picked off. Stephon Gilmore, that one ends up thrown right there to him. Prescott lost that one.
That's how you get to
Tried to hit a slant, and Gilmore just bid on it. Tried to throw a slant to Gallup, and Gilmore bid on it and dropped it. That's a missed opportunity. What's up, Jason? Jason says, go Cowboys. Welcome to the Coach Plays, Jason. Trips bunch, tight to the right. Now CeeDee Lamb motions back left. They've done that formation and motion multiple times. He will now motion back to the right. Little jet sweep to him. Gets the edge. Makes the guys miss. Does he get the first down? He does. Man, big opportunity missed there for the Colts. He actually might just be shy. So we may have 3rd and inches. Cowboys should just sneak it here.
Stop there. He comes back. He comes to a skidding halt.
Selena Coons says, go Cowboys. We got some Cowboys fans. They go with jet sweep again to CeeDee Lamb. Gets to the 30 and across near the 35 and a first down. Back-to-back jet sweeps for CeeDee Lamb as they are having success gaining the edge.
CeeDee Lamb, and I've said this before, but Kellen Moore certainly knows, he was one of the most elusive runners.
69 people in the house, still only 15 thumbs up, guys. Let's get to 30 likes. Smash those thumbs up. It is free. And if you're new to the Coach Plays, join the team, support the channel, subscribe to the Coach Plays. Handoff Ezekiel Elliott. He has to stop. Ooh. He gets no gain. That should have been a face mask, but they missed the call. Spencer Barnett says, go Cowboys.
Check out the play by Grover Stewart.
Cowboys Nation being represented in the chat tonight. What's up, Spencer? Welcome to the Coach Plays.
The running game and the zone running game more than penetration by those defensive linemen.
So it's 2nd and 10 now for Dak Prescott as we are approaching 3 minutes left to go in the half. They go with twins right, pro left, little play action fake. Prescott fires near the middle of the field. This one's high and incomplete. Intended for CeeDee Lamb. He took a shot to the ribs there, but that one sailed. That one sailed on CeeDee Lamb. Carver family repping his month as he is a semi-pro member for now 29 months. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Team member.
3 minutes left.
Over 2 years for Carver family. Big shout out to Carver family for his membership. Prescott on 3rd and 10, in the pocket clean, fires. That one's intercepted. Stephon Gilmore, 40, gets to the 30, 20, and he'll be brought down at the 19. Stephon Gilmore missed an opportunity for a pick to start this drive. Redeems himself and gets that one. And the Colts are in business, and that is the last thing the Cowboys needed to have happen. So they tried to go for not Gilmore. They tried to go for Gallup again. Gallup runs a corner route. Stephon Gilmore's being physical there. But I don't know why. Like say that could be a tough one. That could be pass interference, or you could just be letting them play. To me, right there, I don't know what Prescott is looking at. Gilmore had that corner route locked down. I don't know, man. That's tough. So 14-10 now. Handoff, Jonathan Taylor. Not a whole lot there, but he will keep his feet up and get a gain of about 3. There just was not a whole lot there for Prescott to throw that.
Prescott's thrown a few interceptions now. For the last little bit, he really trusts his wide receivers, and he was telling us as much. He goes, I'm just going to assume they're going to get open when they get out of the break, and that time he just could not battle his way through.
So they go with the same formation they've been in a lot. Some two wing set. Pittman is snug to the right. Almost got him on a hard count there. Matt Ryan. And they're going to go to the 2-minute warning. They just tried to draw him off sides with the hard count. That did not work. 2-minute warning. Cowboys 14, Colts 10, but the interception by Stephon Gilmore has the Colts in a position to put some points up before the half like we talked about. You'll be interesting to see what comes from this series. 64 people in the house, 17 thumbs up. Appreciate all y'all, as we do have a new number change, as we have now leaked over 6,060 people. If you're new to the Coach Plays and you haven't yet subscribed, hit that red button, join the team, join the channel today. If you love everything sports, then you need to join the Coach Plays. So what you get with the Coach Plays, we're starting to do a lot more reaction videos to sports highlights. Of course, we got sports news. We do some all 22 film breakdown. Of course, you've got all the live play-by-plays like you're watching now with us. So if you like sports news, sports live streams, sports reactions, hit that red button, subscribe to the Coach Plays, join the team, help support the channel, as we just recently hit over the 6K mark. And then one day, right there, I talk about it all the time, but this blank spot in the wall, one day, hopefully very soon, we will have a silver play button award. You can't dream big if you don't talk big. So appreciate y'all, as we are in a commercial break for the 2-minute warning. 65 people in the house now, 18 thumbs up. Let's try to get the 30 thumbs up before halftime. Let's go Colts. Comments. Let's go Colts. What's up, Let's Go Colts? Welcome to the stream. George Lopez in the stadium tonight. Boy, George Lopez looking a little different. All right, so we're back.
He's doing Raven the Invisible Talent.
Oh, that's what he's
yeah,
doing.
he's part of the crowd.
Thank you. Second and 7 coming up here.
Who you got? I got the Cowboys winning this game, but the Colts are playing very well right now. Try to swing it out to Jonathan Taylor. I took a bet for Ezekiel Elliott to score a touchdown, so I need that to happen. I also have a parlay that him and Jonathan Taylor score a touchdown, so I wouldn't mind a Jonathan Taylor touchdown here.
Yeah, and he is, and he's going to come in a lot of these pass first kind of situations.
Then I also have a boost that Jonathan Taylor and Tony Pollard would each have 50 yards rushing. Jonathan Taylor has his 50 yards rushing. He's at 55. Pollard right now at 34. Clifford Martin says Cowboys. 3rd and 7, trips left, snugged on the backside. Matt Ryan in trouble, now fires to the end zone. That one, he caught it, but I think it's out of bounds. He could not keep his feet in. Matt Ryan he's got to find a way to put that in play, and he doesn't do it there.
Did not bring pressure. They just
Matt Ryan looked like he was a little shaky in that pocket, even though it was clean for the most part.
In Matt Ryan's head, I think that you could see him
well
look
out of
a little
bounds.
uncomfortable in the pocket.
Let's go Colts. Don't spam the chat.
Ghost pressure that he got used to on those other plays.
So a 34-yard field goal attempt for Chase McLaughlin.
No one likes the spammer. And that one's blocked, but it goes through. I think that one got blocked. Nonetheless, it does go through.
As we say in golf, no pictures on the scorecard.
It is a good field goal kick. But I think it got blocked. That one's going to be interesting to see. So, After the interception, Colts cannot move the ball at all, which is very disappointing if you're a Colts fan. But thankfully, the interception had them in field goal range, and they're able to tack on points. So Cowboys hold on to a lead with 1:47 left to go at a halftime, 14-13. Let's go ahead and look at the box score because we haven't done this in a minute. Spencer does say, I remember when the Colts were in Baltimore with Johnny Unitas playing. Very rich history. All right, so this is the box score so far in this game and how it is shaken up. Matt Ryan, 5 of 9, only 9 passes so far, 85 yards, 1 touchdown, 124.8 quarterback rating, so pretty good. Dak Prescott, 9 of 15 for 91 yards, a touchdown, but a costly interception that turned into 3 points. 71 quarterback rating. Jonathan Taylor, 12 carries, 55 yards, 4.6 average. Tony Pollard, 8 for 34. Ezekiel Elliott, 8 for 34, both with a 4.3 average. Tony Pollard had a long of 17. Keelan Granson leads the way for the Colts, 2 catches for 15 yards, while Ashton Doolin has the 1 catch for 14 and a touchdown. Leading the way is 2 receptions for both Noah Brown and CeeDee Lamb. Noah Brown, 2 for 15. CeeDee Lamb, 2 for 42 and a touchdown. And that is about where we are at right now. As you can see, let's see here. The tackles right now being led by Rodney McLeod for the Colts with 3 total tackles. And Jonathan Hankins with 3 total tackles for the Cowboys. If I can look here real quick, total yards, Dallas leads the way 182-128. They do have 1 turnover. Time of possession, I thought would be heavily in favor of the Cowboys. I'm wrong. Cowboys right now, 15 minutes time of possession to 13:08 for the Colts, so pretty even. Cowboys, 10 first downs to 6 for the Colts.
Interesting day with some significant long-term ramifications, a couple of those injuries.
Reminder, guys, we will take a break during halftime. Y'all hang out with us. Stay in the chat, as this one is a very entertaining game. I'm glad the Colts are playing well to give us a great game.
And here's the explanation why it wasn't very pretty.
Yeah, Dorrance Armstrong.
So we should have a really good second half for you. So hang out in the chat with us during that halftime break.
Just didn't tip it enough. Pretty amazing. You can get a hand on the football and have it still go through.
Bones Fossil, the special teams coach for the Cowboys, has seen Armstrong block a field goal.
All right, so can the Cowboys put up points before the half? 20 thumbs up. Get us to 40 thumbs up, guys. Hit those thumbs up. They are free, and they help us out a lot.
Mike, Stephon Gilmore with that
What's up,
interception.
Eclipse?
He told me he embraces the moments when he knows the ball is coming in his
Yeah,
direction.
they won't let you show the actual live game on YouTube, Eclipse. So the best we can do is give you game audio and play-by-play commentary.
He would always take that shot when the moment gets big. He's clutch and steps up, and that is what Gilmore prides himself on doing.
Saw it in Buffalo, saw it in New England, 5 years each place. Carolina.
Prescott in the pocket, now taking a deep shot down the field for Gallup, and that's incomplete. That one just way too far over top. So now bring 3rd and 5. And a dangerous situation here for the Cowboys as they could give the Colts the ball back pretty quick. Colts do have all 3 timeouts.
Flying over, but then he sort of turned his hips and ran a little bit. But it looked like the contact was going to come head on, and that would have been a foul. But he
3rd down conversions, 4 of 8.
Turned up the field, made a nice play.
7th-round pick, rookie, playing in the deep safety
Prescott
position.
looking, steps up in the pocket, and he goes down. Sack. And a quick timeout by the Colts. And, boy, this has just been a very underwhelming end of the half for the Dallas Cowboys as they just not looking sharp. Right guard and right tackle left on an island. Held up pretty well, decently, but they were getting pushed back. Prescott tried to slip through, try to see if he could escape through the pocket. He did not. Hey, I appreciate you, Spencer Barnett, man.
I mean, this is a game right
Welcome
now.
to the
I'm not
Coach
sure
Plays.
the Dallas Cowboys
Appreciate you being
were
here,
quite expecting
watching.
this one.
I'm sure we were expecting.
I enjoy sitting here, calling the
Perfectly
game,
frank.
hanging out with y'all.
Odengbo,
And like I say, if you don't know, it's 4th down, let's go Colts, so they're having a punt. If you don't know a little background the Coach Plays, I'm a high school football coach, so I just love football and I can watch it all day.
51 yards.
This one fielded at the 25, and he'll get to the 30. Takes a big shot. Maybe the 29. So 1:19 left to play. Colts will have a chance at adding some points to the board as they go to a commercial break. Wesley Hall says, big boy football. Clifford says, we're at high school in Middle Tennessee, Mount Juliet. What's your favorite team? You can't really tell it, but that's an Oilers helmet right there, and then that's a Titans helmet. I'm a Tennessee Titans fan. Those are just high school helmets that I reconditioned and made into professional helmets. I need to start doing more of those. As we're on a commercial break. Which you can see right there. Reconditioned that to an old Tennessee Titans helmet. Put the Super Bowl decal on it. Not bad. Old high school helmet turned into a Tennessee Oilers helmet. There's your inaugural season, 1997, Tennessee Oilers. Then that's just a Florida State and a Texas A&M helmet. That Texas A&M helmet is actually a real helmet that used to be worn. Just older than dirt. Yeah, Clifford, we're a really good program. Went 8-2, won the region this year. Ended up getting knocked out in the second round of the playoffs. But, yeah, we're a good program. Spencer says, my mom's from Elk Valley, Tennessee. I don't think I've heard of Elk Valley. Is that East Tennessee? Maybe up near the mountains, I would assume. Yep, they used to be in Houston, Clifford. You're correct. Tennessee came from Houston. It used to be the Houston Oilers. And now they moved to Tennessee. Played one season in Memphis. Then played one season at Vanderbilt in Nashville before eventually getting to what was then called Adelphia Coliseum in Nashville, what is now just Nissan Stadium.
And Matt Ryan was his quarterback. He told us that we grew together, watched Matt become the leader. He always had my back. Matt Ryan.
All right, so here we go. See what the Colts can do here. Try to set up a little pass there for Jonathan Taylor, incomplete.
The eligible receiver as Ryan got rid of him.
Yeah, and he knows what he has to do with Matt Ryan, right? He knows that the pressure has to be sort of up the middle. Ryan, during the course of his career, has really never
22 thumbs up, guys. Let's see if we can get to 30. Smash those thumbs up. Let's get to 30 before halftime. If everybody hit the thumbs up right now, we would have 84 thumbs up. It's free. Help us out. Matt Ryan to the outside, incomplete. And what the Colts have to now be worried about is giving the ball back to the Cowboys. At this point, if they handed the ball off, Cowboys call a timeout. That's the issue to trying to be aggressive and go. 2 incompletions does not stop the clock at all.
Probably would have run at that because you did have the timeout, you did have the ability, but they came out throwing.
Matt Ryan stands in that pocket, fires, got his man, and that is a first down. That is Parrish Campbell. Just kind of like a little curl route there. Had a lot of space in front of him. Picks up a gain of about 15.
Yeah, they end up with a bunch formation out here on the outside, and the Cowboys really just
they just go with a spacing concept, kind of flood. He went to the shallow flats while he had a corner over top, and they're actually corner route ended up tangling up with a defender, and that made it even more wide open. Ryan gets it out quick for a deep hitch to the outside. That's a way outside throw for Pierce, but he's off the target, so incomplete.
1:03 to go till halftime.
You just don't see Matt Ryan miss those kinds of throws. I know they have young receivers out here. The other guy, Mike, that we haven't seen at all, who played really well last week, is Jelani Woods, their big tight end, and he's been a non-factor.
Just 3 snaps for him thus far. It's been more Kylan Granson.
Jonathan Taylor now flips over to the right. Ball is at the Colts 40. They send 4. Try to throw a slant. Tipped up and intercepted at the 50. 40. Still going and eventually steps out of bounds. Tried to throw a quick slant. There was contact on that slant route, but no call for defense pass interference. Ball got tipped up in the air, and the safety's able to come up over top. Yeah, that's good clean. That actually goes right through the hands of Michael Pittman Jr. Or that was actually for Pierce. Let's see how high this ball went. Brown might have got there a little early. Brown might have got there a little bit early. Regardless, goes up in the air. They're looking at this, see if he makes the catch. He has his hands under the ball. The ball does kind of move and touch the field a little bit. This one's going to be interesting. He does step out of bounds there, maybe there.
Where his out of bounds step was as he was coming
He definitely
down,
steps out there.
Back there.
You know that one feels good for Malik Hooker.
So now that makes 2 interceptions, 1 for each team on the night.
Quite worked out due to some injuries, but worked out just fine there. And this is a big flip in the ball game right now.
Man, that is what the Colts could not have.
Just inconsistency throwing the football.
Matt Ryan was high on that throw.
And,
15th turnover for Matt Ryan, 11 interceptions, 4 fumbles lost, tied for most in the NFL with Josh Allen. What about Josh Allen being tied for the most turnovers?
Let's see.
Yeah, Clifford, we do.
The interception is confirmed, and the runner was out of bounds at the
Have a senior who committed to Vanderbilt, have a senior left tackle who's going to the University of Tennessee. We've got 3-star DB that right now is uncommitted, have got a lot of MAC schools looking at them, and all the Ivy Leagues. We also have a young quarterback who's got some D1 interest as well. Little draw action to Ezekiel Elliott. He gets to the 20. And Dallas will call timeout. Need to see an Ezekiel Elliott touchdown, man. Need it bad.
For 30 seconds. Back after this from AWS.
So a quick little 30-second break.
Here in this second quarter, and both have given the opposition great field position. Colts turn theirs into a field goal. What will Prescott do here?
All right, so here we go. Prescott throws the hitch outside of CeeDee Lamb. They're going to call him inbound, so they're going to have to go here if they don't want to waste the timeout.
I'll tell you, it has been the motion of CeeDee Lamb that is really
turnovers is key in every game, Wesley, for sure. Trip set to the left, single receivers gallop to the right. Prescott fires to the end zone. Had his tight end Schultz, but Franklin, the linebacker, stayed on the play. Got his hands in between the receiver and the ball, and eventually was able to knock this one away.
Teams guy who just willed his way into the starting lineup and is now second in the NFL with 121 tackles and brilliance on that one.
Okay, Clifford, that's good. Good, healthy program.
Shaquille Leonard's their star linebacker, Franklin special teamer, but Terrific breakup by the 50-year man from Syracuse. Now 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys.
One-on-one on the outside.
Little draw action to Ezekiel Elliott. He'll just get a gain of a yard, and they'll have to call a timeout.
To make the stop, timeout, Dallas with 20 to go.
Mike, a lot of, and there's Shaq Leonard on the other side, and
Shaq
a lot
Leonard
of what's
out for the
happened
season.
with this defense is really just a product of they don't get turnovers anymore. That guy was a turnover machine, whether it was interceptions or punch outs or whatever the case may be. They have just not gotten those turnovers. But what we're seeing now out of the Colts is a little bit of a page out of Bill Belichick's playbook in that they are putting Stephon Gilmore on Michael Gallup and then doing everything
Yeah,
they
we're
can
6'8",
to try
Clifford.
and double in some way CD Lamb. CD is
Was
the
actually
key to this
5A
offense.
last
He's the
year,
one that you
but
have
we've
to stop.
been bumped
And
back
with
up to
Kenny
6A
Moore
as our
out of lineup for
numbers
the
have
Colts,
increased.
It has been a problem.
Dallas here is going to go 3 receivers. Use Pollard as the back.
Trips bunch to the right. CeeDee Lamb motions right to left. Prescott out of the pocket to the right. Fires. Got Gallup. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. A brutal turn of events for the Indianapolis Colts here late in this half, who have played, for the most part, a pretty decent first half. But a costly Matt Ryan interception has led to a Cowboys touchdown.
Michael, exactly what I was talking about. They use the motion.
Selena says, there you go. Clifford says, let's go.
Off of Michael Gallup. As soon as he did that, now Gallup's the one that's going across the field and scoring the touchdown.
Maher's extra point is
And that extra point is up and in.
Dallas on top.
So you had Stephon Gilmore on the other side against Michael Gallup. Now you're going to put CD in motion across the field. So what do? Now Gilmore has to bump outside to take CD. And so now going the other way is Michael Gallup one-on-one without the kind of coverage he's been used to seeing here tonight, and he scores the touchdown. So it is the way that CD Lamb has been used in this game to open up other people, not just himself.
Good for Gallup to find the end zone yet again. 2nd touchdown, first game in his first game back from that injury. And we go back to that opening night and all the optimism. That was a big part of what was missing. And they thought that the wide receiving core would see Gallup and CeeDee Lamb and James Washington. But Washington hasn't played at all with a foot injury the very first practice out in California. As a matter of fact, Washington's getting close to
Okay, I know where Lawrenceburg is.
Gallup is hitting stride. Didn't mean that pun, but it came out. Cowboys lead by 8.
Just add 3 more letters to that list. OBJ. Here we go.
Bill Beckham Jr. due to visit. Dallas Flowers on the run, takes the big hit. Flag coming down here is Donovan Wilson with the open field tackle on this long striding, good looking return man.
Yes, he is, Wesley. They've tried to get him the ball early in this game, been unsuccessful with it, but they got him there.
10-yard penalty, first down.
Penalties on Grant Stewart, so Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, Jerry Jr. over there to the right, they'll be hosting Odell tomorrow.
They will be, and it's an interesting conversation because it's going to take a financial commitment, right? There's no question, and probably multi-years. So how will that go? I mean, would he slide in here if he's right? Yes. Have the Cowboys seen him do anything? Have they seen him run a route? Have they seen? The answer is no. So, but.
So the Colts will take a knee. That ends the half. Cowboys 21, Colts 13 after that costly interception by Matt Ryan. Guys, we're going to take a break. Hang with us. Should be a really good second half to this game. As the Colts get the ball back first to open up, they're going to have to go down the field, put some points on the board. I will be back for the second half. Y'all stick around.
the team like he did second half last week. Flag down, big return, Flowers. Out to the 42-yard line with the flag thrown.
All right, so we're back for the second half. That was a good return there for the Indianapolis Colts.
Back there with Carl Jeffers.
During the return, holding number 20, return team, half the distance to the goal, first down.
And after the half, Melissa Stark with Jeff Saturday.
Jeff, you guys had the momentum at the end of the first half. Matt Ryan throws that interception. How do you get back on track in this first drive?
Yeah, get the ball first, right? You need a big return, punch in the end zone. Felt like we let one get away after the turnover that Gilly got for us. We got to make that 6, but like you said, can't turn it over in a 2-minute drill. Got to go make up for it right now.
Watching you on the sidelines, you're constantly engaged with these guys, giving them messages. What was the message at halftime?
Got to keep fighting. Got to earn it. Ain't nobody giving us anything. Go earn it. Go.
So after the big return, there was a hold. So they start all the way back at their own 7. They run a little counter, and Jonathan Taylor will go down in the backfield. Not a good start for the Colts.
With a good penetration and a loss of a couple of yards.
And it's really what happens with this Dallas Cowboys defense is they are just so quick. We think of them in terms of pass rushers, but it also applies to the run game because they are constantly in motion. They are looping and stunning. And now here you are on first down. You got 2nd and 11 backed up.
So a trips bunch tight to the left. Single receiver is Pierce to the right. He goes to the right. And that one's incomplete. Good defense there by Brown, as he was all over Pierce.
Look at the Colts season. Not a lot of deep passes downfield. It's all within 10 or 11 yards.
They did it one time in this game and hit it. And then they did a double move and hit that. Come on.
Well, Pierce has to catch that one for Matt Ryan. It's contested, but it got to him. He's got to catch it.
In the first half, took 2 of their sacks, were 1 for 4 for 9 yards in the first half, and come out.
3rd and 11. They are down 8. They just run a draw to Jonathan Taylor, and that will get a gain of a yard.
Anywhere, Donovan Wilson from his safety position, able to clean it up in a 1-minute 3-and-out for the Indianapolis offense.
Yeah, and what happens is they will move so
Not
much of the
the
rush
way
on
the
that
Colts
side so that
needed to
Parsons
start
can get that one-on-one
second half,
opportunity.
as
And they probably just did not feel comfortable.
they are now having to
looking
punt
out
this
there
ball
and
to the
seeing
Dallas
Bernard Lyman,
Cowboys
their rookie,
after just pretty well
matched up
gaining
against Micah
a
Parsons.
yard in 3 plays.
Off to kick it. He's kept Devontae Turpin in check with good hang time on his first 2 tonight.
Going to be fielded at the 49. He fair caught it. But it is the Colts 49, so Dallas with great field position for their first drive of the second half. So if the Cowboys can come out here, as they're going to open up this drive already into the Colts territory, if they come out here and go down the field and put up a touchdown and go up 15 points, that's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough for this Colts offense, and struggles early and often. All right, so we're back. Ezekiel Elliott will pick up a gain of about 3,
penalty flag down.
but it is a penalty.
Holding, number 87, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
It's on Jake Ferguson, the tight end. That's the third on the Cowboys tonight.
Yeah, and Dak Prescott all season long has been really good with play action passes. He's third best in the National Football League this year off of play action. In that first half, 2 for 5 for 6 yards. So this Colts defense has done a good job. Again, nice stop there on first down. Back them up now. They have a chance here. Now they need this pressure with 4-man rush.
Inside handoff, Ezekiel Elliott.
4 to the 45.
I need Pollard to start getting some more carries now.
In that first half, and that takes him.
I need Ezekiel Elliott touchdown, but I need Pollard to get some
into a tie for third
rushing yards.
with Danny White.
Pollard
Only
at 34, Ezekiel Elliott at 45.
More touchdown passes, and there is 1963 Heisman Trophy winner as we get to Army-Navy week. The great football players in Navy history, one of the great Cowboys, the Hall of Famer Roger Staubach, on hand tonight.
Little play action fake. Prescott looking down the field. Checks it down to Zeke, and he'll get a gain of 3 before he is popped.
Jair limits the gain to the 48-yard line. Just 3 there.
Don't you love it, though, when a career special teams guy gets a chance? They lose their mind out there, right? Jair Franklin, we had a chance to visit with him. Just such an intense personality and dynamic leader. His mother and grandmother who raised him passed away when he was 16 years old. He was basically on his own since then, and he is just willed his way
empty
into
set.
the leadership position here.
Prescott gets it out quick on a slant to Pollard, but he is hit hard, and it's incomplete. So the Cowboys go 3 and out, and that defensive stop by the Colts saved them as they'll get give their offense a chance to get the ball back. Still down 8.
Whenever he has been able to stay on the coverage that Bradley wants him on, he's been all over it. Cowboys done a pretty nice job, though, trying to avoid him for the most part.
Brian Angers set to kick it. Flowers back to receive. Big rush on. Job to get it away. And Dallas Flowers go down and make a fair catch smoothly.
Fair caught at the 10.
At the 10-yard line. That was 42.
Spencer says, "Go Cowboys." D. All right, so that gets us to a commercial break. Colts with another opportunity to find a way to chip at this lead. You're going to have to find some offense. Oh, man, I need my bets to get going. Washington quarterback Michael Penix Jr. bypassing the NFL draft to play his 6th year of college football at Washington. That is a big, big news there for the University of Washington. All right, so we're back.
Number 12, the bell cow of this team.
Handoff, Jonathan Taylor. He breaks loose to the outside to the right, and he'll get a big gain to cross the 30. He did lose the ball, but I think they're saying he was down on the ground. So that is a big positive run play for the Colts that they have not had in quite some time.
Contact that put him down. That's what, and there was, no question.
So it's a gain of 19. The Colts jump the ball here to go quick from the 31-yard line.
Will they try something deep again?
It almost sounds like you're begging. Here's Taylor for 4 to the 35-yard line.
Well, so what happened? They've scored 1 touchdown in the game. How did they do it? They threw a deep ball to Pierce, and then they did a sluggo semi-deep ball on the outside to Ashton Doolin. So, scored 1 touchdown that way. Maybe you can do it again.
All right, so 21-13 Cowboys.
You're at the 35.
2nd and 6. Colts have the ball at their own 35. 2 tight end set.
2 deep safeties. They have every right to run it here.
And Matt Ryan throws out the swing to Jonathan Taylor. Looked like he had a lot of green grass, but Van Der Esch is able to make a good open field tackle. Gain of 5. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
That right. That was a huge tackle. They're in man coverage behind it. The receivers and defensive backs are running away from this play. If Van Der Esch doesn't catch up to one of the fastest running backs in the league, he is running for about 40 or 50 yards here. Big time play that time by Leighton.
I love me some Leighton Van Der Esch.
Sounded like he was almost working his way out of a Cowboys uniform and has come back and had a big year.
Stayed healthy so far, knock on wood, and he has been good. 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Colts need a conversion in a big way. Matt Ryan fires, got the slant. Pierce across the 50 for a 1st down. Well defended once again by Brown, but he was able to put it right there in front of him, and Pierce able to catch it this time.
Yeah, and why does it happen? Because Pierce on that same side has already hit a deep play over the top. Now when you make that outside move, Anthony Brown has to honor.
Good accurate ball there by Matt Ryan. They get a twin stack to the left. Now Campbell motions to the right. Inside handoff, Jonathan Taylor just gets a yard.
Taylor inside, only about a yard there on what turns out to be carry 17 for Jonathan Taylor. 80, or he had 6,000 plus yards during his time in Wisconsin, second only to Ron Dane. As you said, Chris, won the rushing title by 552 yards last year.
70% of the time they ran it on 1st down in the 1st half. And the Cowboys' answer to that has been running Leighton Van Der Esch through the line of scrimmage. So at some point there has to be something open with play action off of that.
Taylor out, Zach Washington.
Matt Ryan fires a deep out. That is Campbell for a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Malik Hooker on the tackle.
Bringing the slot blitz off the edge over here, but really a nice job here by Matt Ryan. He saw it all the way. He knew what was happening. He knew he had it blocked up, stood in there and made a nice throw.
Marked at the 36. Colts go with 1 back and 2 tight ends here. Matt Ryan was checking there, and the rookie, or second-year man, Kylan Granson moved.
Number 73, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
You could see on the play that Matt Ryan was trying to let everybody know that Donovan Wilson, number 6, was down, and that was mistaken for a snap count at that point. It's amazing how these quarterbacks have to change their voices at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes you'll hear them go, easy, 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 meaning like the next sound was going to be the snap count, but then it didn't. You see Wilson over on the sideline.
15, Ryan scans, flips
Takes it off to Jackson, and Jackson dropped it. It's going to be 2nd and 15 now.
Deron Bland, another rookie who's been infused into this Cowboy defense mid-season, is having an impact, was over there for the stop.
Yeah, they really think that he has a chance because Jordan Lewis had been that slot cornerback, and I tell you, they have high hopes now for Deron Bland. He's really figured a few things out there in that slot position.
2 5th-round picks, Bland and Clark, on this defense. finding roles. Hallmark of this defense. A lot of players see the field.
Matt Ryan, little running back screen to Taylor. 40, 30, got room. Cross down to the 22. And the Colts in business now. That was a really good play. Finding ways to get one of their studs the ball, Jonathan Taylor. He just kind of slips out. Good block there by the right tackle. Nelson down the field, blocking as well. 1st and 10 now, ball at the 22. Inside zone, and Jonathan Taylor tackle for a loss. Might need to find ways to be a little bit more creative. What's up, Tyler? Appreciate you. Maybe be a little bit more creative on some first down plays because they have struggled out of the gate on first down.
Because of the predictability of those first down runs, you're getting a safety down there. Now, he's coming late. It's not like it's easy to audible it, but I think at some point you have to anticipate that's what they're going to do.
Play 11 of the drop. Here's Ryan firing. Good throw. And get that
Good throw there to Campbell. Needed 12. Got a gain of about 11.
12-yard line. Right at the mark. Just shy of it.
Really a pretty throw that time because Matt Ryan had to throw it up over the top of the inside player and get it down for the catch.
Third down. They go quick. Taylor tries to get to the outside.
And Jonathan Taylor did not get it.
Made that play. His penetration slithering in, so let's see what Saturday does. 5.5, he's going to go.
Amazing play. Amazing play by Dorrance Armstrong from the backside of that one.
Bring in an extra offensive lineman. Now sorting. Danny Pinter reports is eligible. 4th and 1.
Last time they squeezed down inside, they went off tackle for the first.
So here we go, 4th and 1. They're going to go for it instead of kicking the field goal. 3 tight end set. Matt Ryan sneaks it, and he's got it. And I'm very happy with that call. They didn't try to go pretty with it. They just sneaked it, and Matt Ryan is able to get in.
A key 4th down with a keeper.
Yeah, good decision. Quentin Nelson's pretty good. Watch how low he gets underneath this block here. And once you take the legs out from underneath that defensive tackle, now you have a chance. You can see him literally just nosediving into the D-line.
That's a little nuance.
Now 1st and 10, Dallas
right? Yeah. Was watching the game
trying to hold the Colts to a field goal. Colts trying to get back within this game. Handoff Taylor, and right now the Cowboys are all over their run game. All over their run game, as that was a loss of about 2.
As does Dan Quinn.
Yeah,
they got to start throwing the ball more on first downs.
And you bring big Jonathan Hankins in the game.
They have got to start throwing the ball more on first downs.
Pushed Ryan Kelly.
Get some run action fakes, some boot actions.
So they needed a little beef up there for their run defense, and they got it to Jonathan Hankins.
Because now you're back right into 2nd and 13. Trey set to the right, single receivers, Pierce to the left, looking that way, throws to Pierce in the end zone, touchdown! Great defense, very physical by the receiver and the defender. Pierce is able to turn around, make a play for the ball, and he gets it. 15 plays, 90 yards, time of possession, 8 minutes, resulting in a touchdown. I think the Colts go for 2 to tie it. Pierce having himself a game. I don't know much about him, but he is becoming a pretty dang good receiver for the Indianapolis Colts here. Yeah, like I say, that was well defended, but Pierce is able to make a play. So now, as it's 21-19, Colts will go for 2 to tie. Get a tight bunch, a tight pro set to the left, twins right. Rolling out to the right, throws front pylon. Incomplete. I like the call. So many times it's hard for defense to guard that front pylon, and he had it momentarily, but he dropped it. Would have liked to seen some motion into that. But regardless, that's a good answering drive there by the Indianapolis Colts. Yes, they come up short on the 2-point conversion, but they have pulled this within a 2-point lead. Now the Colts are going to have to find more ways to be successful on the ground, even if that means they've got to go away from the run game a little bit. have some pass, start to open up the run game. That's what they need. That's what they need going for them. Regardless, though, it is now we're in a game here. We are in a game. All right. I need Tony Pollard to get some rushing yards, and I need Ezekiel Elliott touchdown. That's what I need going. I can't speak. Volcano, sweet Volcano, sweet. Coach, we can't lose another game. It's not good, Volcano. Titans got a lot of issues. They can get some things corrected, but if you look at the year, they have only one win over a winning football team. They gotta get healthy, and they gotta fix some things. They gotta fix that run game. Who's Traylon? Traylon is a beast, coach. Yeah, Traylon is. Angie, Traylon is the rookie wide receiver for the Tennessee Titans. I hope he's okay. But yeah, Traylon, there's a future there, Volcano. There is a future with Traylon Burks for Tennessee Titans. I think he's going to be a pretty solid receiver. What's up, Coach? Grizzlies looking good again this year. Yeah, not too bad, Kyla. Not too bad. It won't be long before we're starting to stream some Grizzly games again.
Fantastic job.
You know why we're 44, right?
No.
Take the second. 25.
Fakes the pitch. A little boot action here. Tight end will pick up a gain of about 5.
29-yard line. Zaire Franklin went to Syracuse. Wore number 4 at Syracuse, but he wears 44, which is the number worn at Syracuse by Jim Brown, Ernie Davis, Larry Zonka, Derek Coleman in basketball. It's such a famous number that the zip code at Syracuse was changed from 13210 to 13244.
Now, if he had been an Ohio State player, would you have known that?
Yes, we do our research. Come on. Go Gators. Chop, chop. 2nd and 6.
Tosses it to Pollard. Gets to the 30, 40, 50. And there's that bet. Pollard now up to 56, so I'm going to hit on the boost. Now I wish I would have put more on the boost, but
the other great
can't
thing
let
this
greed
team
get
can
to
do
you.
is they can mix and match wide receivers and tackles.
Can't let greed get to you.
Side of that thing and pull your tackle out and around. And I tell you, Tony Pollard is just different, isn't he? He's just different. Every year he's averaging over 5 yards per carry, and he's just done it so consistently. That added pop to
I
this
need
offense.
Ezekiel Elliott to have a really good night now. I need him to get in the end zone. Pollard slips through, and we'll get to the 45 for a gain of about 4 or 5.
Mike, Tony Pollard was telling me this week.
Kind of just watching more for enjoyment, Kyla. I don't really have a dog in the hunt. I just got some bets on the game. Let's say just hit a parlay, which is good. Now I need Ezekiel Elliott to score a touchdown. I'll be in really good shape.
Call of Duty. On the field, they always have a goal together as a whole, and they go into every game with a combined number of yards that they want to rush for. He didn't give me an exact number tonight. He said it's high.
He's on his way. Great visit with Michael Smith with those guys.
Prescott, quick out route thrown to CeeDee Lamb. Needed 6, got 7, first down.
Right at the first down marker at the 39.
Just a quick speed out right there. I appreciate you, Kyla. Hope you've been well. Hope you and your family had a great Thanksgiving. Appreciate you coming in, stopping in the chat.
25 touches for this duo.
Well, and really the key of it has been Ezekiel Elliott, because it's hard, right? When you're the guy, you're the bell cow, you're the superstar, all that sort of stuff.
Right.
And it would be real easy for Ezekiel Elliott to shun Tony Pollard. He never did. And now they have that 1-2 punch in the backfield that is setting them apart.
39 here, Zeke running inside.
Ezekiel Elliott will push the gain to about 4 or 5.
Left tackle again on this drive to the 35-yard line. What a story Peters is. His 19th year in the league. He's 40 years old. He's come in because of that injury to Tyron Smith. When Tyler Smith was at a left tackle, was going to be left guard. We got to find somebody. And he played well in Chicago last year, and here he is, a factor for the Cowboys.
Yeah, lost 25 pounds, but his legacy in Dallas may well be what he has taught Tyler Smith, because when Tyron Smith comes back, I think Tyler Smith's going to go to guard, and this Dallas offensive line is going to get even better.
Little run action fake. Prescott fires, and that one's intercepted. Or did they say incomplete? He said, Rodgers saying he had it. The receiver slipped down. Rodgers saying he got under. There is a flag on the field, so.
Incomplete. We'll get a replay look, and then Jeff Saturday will decide challenge or not, if that's the case.
First off, we got to see what the flag is. CeeDee Lamb slipped as that ball was well underthrown.
Looked like
I don't think that. I don't think that's an interception.
What happened to the throw, though? The throw was way behind.
Yeah, that's why CeeDee Lamb failed, is because it was so behind. The pass was just so behind.
Pressure.
He just missed it.
They just missed that one. They're lucky to get away with that throw.
Let's take one more look here on the inside. See if replay's helping out in this case.
Man, that's close, but I just think it hit the ground.
He's got his hand on it first before it hits the ground. Then does he pin it to his chest?
Didn't look like it bounced as much that time.
No.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass, Angie.
After the incomplete pass, personal foul, number 44.
Personal foul defense. So not only do the Colts not get the interception, but then they get a personal foul, so the Cowboys are getting closer.
Not only give Dallas still the ball, but we'll take it even closer.
Yeah, big win
So it's that play there
for the Bengals. Thomas says these games are rigged.
Would be a return. And Terry McCauley, just to be clear for everyone, even though the play
back
was
block
dead at that point, any fouls on a subsequent return still are walked off.
Personal fouls, correct. Personal fouls are still enforced.
So was that because he peeled back?
Yes, that's an illegal blindside block.
Yeah.
Back toward his own goal line, forcible contact, really the head.
Ball's at the 20. Really need an Ezekiel Elliott touchdown, man.
With a first down.
Quick throw to Gallup, and that is a great tackle by Rodgers outside. And make sure we are caught up here.
It's an amazing statistic. We've talked about. None of these cornerbacks, when they've been playing outside coming into this game, had given up a touchdown. That's almost unbelievable, isn't it?
It's December.
That's going to get us to the end of the third quarter.
Defensive football team,
Cowboys 21, Colts 19.
Only point to the quarter. Indianapolis' touchdown to Alec Pierce through 3 in Arlington. Cowboys 21, Colts.
Matthew says, please put Cooper Rush in the game and let that think about it. And let Dak think about it, I'm guessing. Why do you want to put him in? Kyla says, let's see here. Thomas says, Tech Sports, Simple True TV, exposing the rigged games. He's a great backup quarterback. Spencer says, Kyla says, Cooper Rush is interesting. He's really good for a backup, but he's not Dak Prescott. I would agree with that. Cooper Rush is almost like Danny White. I would agree with that. Very similar.
Cowboys, I tell you, this has been a tough battle.
Come on, find a way to get Zeke in the end zone. Has to be a rushing touchdown,
They
though.
have earned their respect.
Or no, it can be a passing. That's right. He tried to throw it to Elliott, but no gain.
Time from these corners and safeties. Rodney McLeod,
Yeah, it could be any.
They've completed 2 passes for no yards on this drive.
You know, the safeties on this team have been an interesting story all season long. It started off with Nick Cross, the young rookie, playing the strong safety position. Then he gave way to Rodney McLeod. And Rodney Thomas and Julian Blackman have kind of flip-flopped all season long on who was the starter.
So a trips
they
closed. CeeDee Lamb now motions to the right.
Motion by CeeDee Lamb. Coming across the field.
Checks it down to CeeDee Lamb. Makes the guy miss. Gets to the 10. Trying to get to the end zone. He's down at the 3, and that is perfect. Give Ezekiel Elliott the ball. First and goal. This is what I need. Do not take him out and put Pollard in. It's Ezekiel Elliott time. Pollard got a touchdown earlier in the game. Ezekiel Elliott time.
And then this play right there.
Ezekiel Elliott had a nice little block.
Tried to split it up the field. I'm not sure he gets there, but it's sort of like watching.
Come on, get it to Zeke. Get it to Zeke. Zeke is in. He flips over to the left. No, they're throwing to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Why, man? Just hand the ball to Zeke.
This is that 180 catch. Watch Gallup here is going to get the body position and then just flip his entire body.
It's a great ball placement. Great catch by Gallup.
You have your body and your back shielding the football.
Needed a Zeke touchdown right there.
Knocking it out. Big time play.
All the way through to the ground, confirmed.
So now the Colts are going to have to answer back quick if they want to stay in this one.
To make it a 2-possession lead.
Ooh, almost blocked that one. So 28-19 as they are now up by 9. Cowboys extend their lead and extend their chances on winning this game. 116 people in the house, guys. Only 31 thumbs up. If you would, do me a favor, hit those thumbs up. It helps us out a lot. It is free. Also, if you're new to the Coach Place, hit that red button, subscribe, join the team. That way you don't miss live streams like this, sports reactions, sports news, all that sort of content. Also, just help support the channel, guys. We have just reached over 6K as we are on that long climb to 100K. That's where we want to get to one day. Can't do it without you guys, I promise you, man. And each and every single one of you who decide to subscribe to the Coach Plays, I'm very appreciative. Appreciate you guys very much. I enjoy doing stuff like this, and it does help out and gives back to the channel, so I appreciate you guys. Cowboys. That's a big answering drive there after the Colts are able to get it within 2. Would have been great for the Colts there to have a chance to, get the ball back with a chance to take the lead. Instead, Cowboys just do what they do. They marched it down and big time answer. Just wish they would have handed the freaking ball off to Ezekiel Elliott. I've got him to score an anytime touchdown bet. Would have been nice. Thomas says, cornerbacks never know where the ball is. It's not the way to play defense. Thomas, I'm not going to disagree with you, man. I'm an offensive coach myself. I love it when their backs are turned like that because, you can get pass interference. I like seeing DBs try to make a play on the ball. The great DBs are the ones who really try to make a play on the ball and are able to make some big plays and get some picks. That's a ball where if you turned your head around, it's right there for a chance to pick it off. But 9 times out of 10, they try to stay in phase. They try not to look back, and they try to break it up at the end. That's tough. Spencer says you do Monday, Thursday too. Yeah, we try to hit all the primetime games. Paul has just subscribed to the Coach Plays. Shake it, bake! Appreciate you, Paul. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the fam. Yeah, we try to hit all the primetime games. I do not think I'm going to be live tomorrow night, though. I don't think I'm going to be able to, so that's kind of up in the air. But we'll be live for Thursday Night Football. I'd like to see who plays this Thursday night. Who plays? Thursday Night Football, Raiders and Rams. Not the best game, but we'll be there. The next Thursday night is pretty good. San Francisco and Seattle. That's going to be a good game. Raiders and Rams kind of suck. Man, the drop off on the Rams. Paul says, "Go Cowboys." How many interceptions does Dak have? He has 1 pick today. And Paul says, "I subscribed." I appreciate you, Paul. You just got our number ticked up. We just hit now 6,070. Appreciate you very much. One day, this blank space in this wall right here is going to have a silver play button award, and it's going to be because of you guys. So I appreciate y'all and love y'all very much. Checks it down, tight end. He fumbled, and the Cowboys picks it up, and he's going to return it all the way back for a touchdown. Really wish he would have got tackled at the one there, and you could have. Thomas, you can't say that's rigged. The guy just fumbled it. Come on, Thomas. Boy, and Colts were playing so well. And just like that, the Cowboys are way in advance. Set up a nice little tight end screen. That was a good play, and he just, man, he just let that come out.
It was Clark.
That was Clark who punched
Did
that
I
thing
sneeze?
out.
Appreciate you, Paul.
Why not Malik Hooker? Oh, the Colts, they hung in there. They had so many different ways to stay in this game tonight, and they just
Malik Hooker, former Colt.
put it over the top.
Man, I would have loved to have seen him get pushed out of bounds at a 5 and gave.
Trying to make the play there and turns it over. Dallas up 15. Going to go for 2
Zeke
to try to
chance.
make it a 3-score lead.
I tell you, this isn't the only good game Malik Hooker has had this season. He has played really, really well. One of the higher-graded guys on this Cowboys defense.
For the 2, backwards pass. CD can throw. He does. And it was in the ground towards Noah Brown. So incomplete.
Nicholas, bruh, I can't, bruh. Ruthless has just subscribed to the Coach Plays. Shake it, bake. Appreciate you. Ruthless, welcome to the team. Welcome to the fam. As we're one step closer to 6,100. Guys, I appreciate y'all jumping on board, subscribing. Taryn has just subscribed to the Coach Plays. Shake and bake. Appreciate you very much, Taryn. Like I say, sports live streams like this, sports reaction videos, sports news. Like I say, one day right there, we're going to have a silver play button award. And it's going to be because of you guys. So I appreciate y'all very much. But yeah, Nicholas, can't show the game, man. They would shut me down if I show the game. They would shut the channel down. The best I can do, add in the game audio and give you play-by-play. And like always, the game cast up here. And the box score, things like that. Jason said it's starting to be a good game. It was. And now it's starting to be a blowout. Carver family says can't show the game, bruh. Paul says you are worldwide. Paul, where you? Says shout out to Sweden. All right, Paul, you in Sweden. That's awesome. I always love seeing the international come through. We've had a lot of international people watch, especially when we live stream NBA. When we live stream NBA, we get a lot of international people. I think that's awesome. We're quite a bit of ways, Paul. What time is it for you, Paul? I always like asking that question. It is 9:50 where I'm at. 9:50 p.m. Colts going to have to make up some ground fast and in a hurry, and that's not the Colts' strong suit. I'll say that. Colts plus 11.5. Can they cover? Man, I stayed away from that line, Thomas. So they're down 15. I stayed away from that line. I thought like 11.5. I felt like it was too many points, but I did not have faith to bet on the Colts. So I took some player props. Can they cover? And here's the biggest reason. I felt like the Cowboys could do this, but I was always scared of a late cover. I would not feel comfortable if I'm a Cowboys bettor right now at minus 11.5. 6 hours ahead. Crazy. Crazy. Up to 36 likes, guys. At least try to get us to 50 likes. If you're watching right now, hit those thumbs up. It helps us out a lot. Also, just makes me feel good.
Continuing conundrum of who's the next quarterback in Indy. Dallas Flowers tries to snake through to get to the 22, and that is it. This Dallas defense given a lead, and this Dallas defense doesn't need a lot of help. They have been terrific.
I'm going to mute that just for that music purpose.
Say during the season, and Dan Quinn's second year as a coordinator.
Absolutely, Paul. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank everybody else in the chat too.
Dallas on the kick
Cowboy
return.
player
is
down on the field injured.
Dallas athletic training staff out taking a look at his left leg.
Well, Dan Quinn's much loved amongst this team, isn't he? And Micah Parsons, and he is very much sort of that father figure in the room, and he really was convinced from the beginning that multiple players could do multiple things, and he has so many guys that fit into that category. Jaron Kearse is certainly one. Dorrance Armstrong is certainly one. But Micah Parsons was the one that really put this defense over the top with his versatility and ability to make plays. And it was Dan Quinn from the very beginning that just kept building him up and just kept telling him how great he was. And there wasn't anything he couldn't do. And now it's interesting that he's sort of settled in after being, 50, 60% stand-up linebacker now to being almost 85% or so on the edge and rushing the passer.
Goodwin helped off one of the key core special teams players in addition to some depth on the corner, and Dallas is running thin over there with Anthony Brown hurt.
What's up, say 65? Do you mean Zeke? Yeah, hey, I've got Zeke on a touchdown bet. I need that bad. Just throw the boot action on first down, which is what I think they need to do. They need to run more boots, and that one right there doesn't work for him.
Really does. Jordan Lewis, I thought that was just going to be one of those.
Spencer says, I love live chat. Yeah, absolutely. It's where everybody can be together and react to the game. It's pretty crazy. I love it too. It adds a lot to the game. If it wasn't for like streaming YouTube like this, I don't even know if I would watch the game like this, but I like watching it to where have people in the chat and just discussing the game. Matt Ryan throws to Paris Campbell on a quick slant. He'll pick up a gain of about 10. He'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Tennessee in the United States, Paul.
They got receivers. We haven't seen Jelani Woods, who was a terrific tight end against Pittsburgh last week. Only 4 snaps tonight.
Yes,
Woods,
Tennessee. I live like 30 minutes, 20 minutes right outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
Going to be a big rebuild down the line for Indy.
Matt Ryan throws and almost just threw it right to the Cowboys. That one should have been intercepted. I wish it would, because then Ezekiel Elliott would have been in a good position.
Yeah,
boy, the Colts are struggling now.
But there have just been too many of these tonight where
I think Matt Ryan thought that he was just going to hitch it up, maybe? I don't know.
And the receiver, for whatever
does not look
reason,
good.
wasn't quite on that same
So the
page.
Colts will now go for it on their own 30 when it's 4th and 1. It's technically a little early to go for it, technically. Quick throw, and he's got Michael Pittman for a gain of about 5 on the first down.
6'4", powerful receiver out of USC.
Yep, Paul, Tennessee Titans fan.
And now you have to
Took
find
a big
out
L
about
today.
Calvin Joseph, right? If you're the Colts, you got to give it a go over here.
I got
They're
cousins
down
in
to
your neck of the
already
woods.
missing
That's
2
awesome, Spencer.
cornerbacks, and yet they keep flip-flopping
Spencer, where are you
around
from
to
again?
make sure that Diggs is over here on the 3.
Quick throw, and that one's batted by Micah Parsons. Great play by Micah.
That defensive player of the
That
year
would have been
resume
brutal if he got a
almost
pick
had
6.
A super highlight there.
He almost had a J.J. Watt moment,
Yeah,
didn't he? He saw this one coming the whole way. Smart young man for someone with so little experience, especially so little experience playing on that edge.
You were talking to him about like when he found out he was really an elite athlete.
2nd and 10.
6th grade and all that
Get
stuff.
like a pro wing
He's
to
so
the
good
left, twins
in
right,
football.
back
You
offset
think,
right.
You don't even need to go to college. Maybe go right to the NFL.
Yeah.
Brian Hitt, as
And
he
quick
grows,
hitch. Be good for a gain of about
40-yard
5.
line of forward progress for Kylan Granson.
Oh, Dayton.
So
Gotcha.
you said it during our last Cowboys game.
Yeah, they're going to have to
Position of
find a
defense he
long-term
can't play.
replacement,
So you
Thomas.
asked him.
I did.
Matt
And
Ryan
he said,
probably
"Yeah,
should
I don't
retire at
know
the
if I
end
can
of this
handle the
year.
pressure at quarterback." I'm like, dude, I'm talking about the defense.
Paul, they're not blocking well for him at
He said,
all.
you know, corner, maybe a
That
little
offensive line for the
challenge.
Tennessee
Might just
Titans
get
got a lot of
up and
issues.
Maybe we can get off
And
the ball. I think I could do
they
it.
are not creating lanes at all for Derrick Henry. And then on top of that, because of that, I don't think Henry is seeing the field very well right now. A deep corner, and that's intercepted. Matt Ryan just kind of hung this ball up there. Not good. Tries to throw a corner route. That is well defended by Bland. And the Cowboys will take over at the 47. And this has got a good chance to be a boat race. Yeah, I love Henry. Spencer says he's 2 years older than Chris Collinsworth. You're a young pup. All right, so we haven't done this in a minute. So let's go ahead and check out the box score if anybody's interested. Maybe some of you guys got some live bets that you're keeping up with. Matt Ryan has now had himself kind of a rough day. 17 of 30 for 195, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. He's been sacked twice for 18 yards. That quarterback rating at one time was 135, 145. It's now brought him down to 70. Dak Prescott, 19 of 29 for 148, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. 98.1 quarterback rating. Jonathan Taylor, 20 carries for 75 yards, 3.8 average. Tony Pollard, 10 for 60. Ezekiel Elliott, 12 for 49. Pollard does have 1 touchdown. Needed that to be Zeke. For the Colts, Paris Campbell, 4 catches for 43. Keelan Granson, 4 for 19. Alec Pierce, 3 for 74 and a touchdown. Ashton Dulin, 1 for 14 and a touchdown. For Dallas, CeeDee Lamb, 5 catches for 71 yards and a touchdown. Michael Gallup, 4 catches for 23 yards and a pair of touchdowns. That's who leads the way for Dallas. I'm sure the video quality was not as good for that game, Spencer. Sure, it was just a little bit different. All right, so the Cowboys take back over, and they hand off to Pollard for no gain.
For Pollard, no game. Well, I'm thinking about the Kansas City.
It was in color, he says. It was in color.
Giants, and he was fixing his gloves
En route.
And before he caught a ball, it was his first touchdown. Did you do anything like that during a route? Tuck a chain back in, fix a glove?
Yeah, I had a lot of chains. I had no gloves. I probably would have. But no, we didn't have that fancy stuff then.
We were talking about that earlier tonight. The gloves have allowed these guys to make some of these catches. And
that's right. It's the gloves.
No.
That's what it was.
Prescott throws right on a rope to his tight end down to the 30. When we get close to the red zone, can you please put Ezekiel
inside the 30-yard
Paul
line.
says, who do you think will be in the Super Bowl
Mike,
this year?
When a quarterback is so mature in
I tell you one thing right now, I thought the San Francisco 49ers were playing really good football. Jimmy Garoppolo breaking his foot is terrible for the 49ers, man. They were playing so well.
Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, any of them is the leader of this team.
Pollard to the 20, to the 10, touchdown. Why can't that be Zeke? Golly. Who plays in the Super Bowl? That's tough.
Leading the way once again. He can move, but he can't move like Tony
I still
Pollard.
say
Check
ultimately,
Lamb
give me the
down here.
Bills.
He's going to come down and make the key block on this play. He took care of Zaire Franklin, and then off.
And give me the Vikings. Let's say Vikings make a play for it.
This is a Dallas Cowboys team, sort of like watching Philadelphia as well today.
And the extra point is blocked.
All the pressure, they could return this for 2, and it is Brian Anger goes over to tackle Okereke before he can bring it back for 2.
Keeps it a 21-point game.
So the score is 4.
So this one has really opened up now. Thomas is not happy right now. He thinks it is all rigged. Clifford says it's over with. Nah, I don't think the Bucs have it, Paul. I like me some Tom Brady. I think he's the GOAT, but I don't think they have enough there in the room that they would really have to catch on fire quick for them to have a chance.
Craig Morton for a couple, and then Roger Staubach. Don Perkins was the top runner of those Cowboy teams. Go back to when we started the season here on Sunday Night Football. Felt a little bit different than it does right now. Rough start to the season for Dallas, as now all concern in Cowboy land is that hand to Dak.
That.
It's amazing how quick things flip in the league in 13 weeks. Here's Bryant throwing across the
That throw is incomplete.
with a penalty flag down. Paris Campbell, the intended receiver. He was tackled back in the secondary. But Chris, hey, that game.
Pass interference, number 26, defense, automatic, first down.
It's on Bland, who just had the pick on the last drive. That's the way it felt when we walked out of this booth. Like, wow, that was stunning. But there was a lot going on that night, including Dak Prescott's injury to his thumb, and he told us his ankle was bothering him as well. Remember, he had that deal where he put on
Paul says Raiders next year.
It wasn't quite
I don't
right.
know.
It was the surgically repaired ankle from a couple of seasons ago. I talked to him about it this week. He wasn't feeling all that great.
Goes right down the middle. That one's connected. And Woods gets it down to the 30.
Dangerous throw by Ryan, but Woods caught it, and it's a gain of 27.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to see Jelani Woods, isn't it? He had such a big game a week ago, and he hasn't played much tonight.
Trip set to the left, single receiver to the right.
8 catches for 98 yards against the Steelers. We opened our eyes watching them. Matt Ryan's looking that way again.
And that one's incomplete. I think he just threw that one in the dirt, to be honest.
Back to Dallas, getting healthy was big. And that time that Dak was away was huge for him and what Cooper Rush did for this team as well.
Cooper Rush is the guy who made the season. I mean, you can slice it any way you want. But when your backup quarterback wins 4 out of 5 games, did they have the numbers? Did they have the stats? Did they have? No. But Cooper Rush won 4 out of 5. And if not for him, they would have been sitting there looking at, 2-6 or whatever by the time that Dak got himself back.
And that one's intercepted. Wow. Matt Ryan might have to be done.
Very strong guy in Ashton Doolin. And it's another Colts turnover, a 3rd interception of Matt Ryan, a 4th turnover of the game.
Bland has been anything but since he's taken over that slot position.
Yeah.
I tell you, when you start making plays like that as a backup, you're going to get a lot of people's attention, and it really was. It was Dan Quinn.
So the Cowboys will take right back over.
Talking about this guy, I've got more notes on Deron Bland.
They are, but they have a hard time, Paul, putting it all together.
But he really
they've lost a lot of close games this year, that's for sure.
The hardest part for that position is the communication.
I don't know if I have trust in their head coach, though. That's the issue. Hand off Ezekiel Elliott. He'll get a gain of about 3.
He'll get 2 there. India's turned it over on its last 3 drives. And on the Colts side, you don't know why they happen, turnovers, and your inability to force them. But, man, when it starts becoming this avalanche, it's a problem. They tied with Dallas for the best in the NFL last year.
That is a stretch for Cooper Rush, Paul. I think he's a good backup. I don't know if he's a franchise quarterback.
Is worse. Saints play the Buccaneers tomorrow night.
So what do you think they do at quarterback?
We'd love to see an Ezekiel Elliott explosion here.
8 minutes. That's going to
bail on
me there a little bit. Here's Elliott.
Nothing there.
Zaire Franklin with the tackle. It'll be 3rd down coming up. Well, you look at the record. They'll lose this game. They'll go to 4-8-1. Any playoff chances essentially are gone. We mentioned Nick Foles is backing up tonight, not Sam Ehlinger. So do you play Foles, or do you see what you have at Ehlinger at some point here? Or Jeff Saturday talked to Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan wanted to come back and play. He had an honest conversation because remember, Ryan was hurt and benched. And Saturday said, hey, I know what that's all about because when he was in Green Bay at the end of his career playing for Mike McCarthy, Packers made the playoffs and Saturday was benched for that playoff run. Ryan told him, I want to play. The question is how long.
Prescott going deep down the field.
Downfield.
And it's incomplete.
Noah Brown
Did they just throw a flag?
but there's a flag down.
Wow. Guys,
Keep going after it.
I did not see a lot there on pass interference.
Defense.
But hey, it gets it closer. Come on, get Ezekiel Elliott touchdown.
That's
that's a terrible defensive pass interference
give him
call.
A bear hug and pull him into him.
Terrible.
Brandon Faison is the DB.
Terry, help me. That's not it. Come on.
It is absolutely not it is absolutely not defensive pass interference, Chris. He absolutely grabs the defender and pulls him into him.
Terrible.
It's not DPI.
You and I are having a bond.
Come on, Zeke.
Right,
find a way to get in the end zone. He gets a crease, gets to the 20, gets to the 10. He's down to the 5. Don't take him out. Don't take him out. Don't take him out.
Pouring it on here and having some fun.
Ezekiel Elliott needs to score a freaking touchdown. Get that guy in the end zone.
Zeke looked like he was gliding again. You saw
Pollard's got like 3 touchdowns on the day.
Turn that corner there.
Yeah, he even threw a little Dion high step at him right here. Look at that. Oh boy. Yeah, if he just tuck in his chain, he'd be my all-time hero. No, but you know, Mike, you're right.
Come on.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Come on,
he's
Zeke.
at his best. They're not like heavy cuts. It's just a glide. It's not quite Marcus Allen, but you know what I'm saying.
Fans are calling for him. They hand it to him. He cuts it up, and he'll get a gain of 1, maybe 2. Give it to him 2 more times in a row. 2 more times in a row.
Zeke jerseys around. There's a little connection with Zeke and the fans here that they appreciate his greatness so much.
And if you've ever been to a Cowboys training camp practice or whatever, he's the personality of the team. I mean, he's always cutting up and having fun, and he's the one that welcomes in Tony Pollard. He's the one that made it work. Listen to him.
Dak's like, simmer down. I got a call here. I got to call the play.
Come on. Hand it off to Zeke. He cuts it north, and Zeke is in. Touchdown, Cowboys. And maybe I should have took the Cowboys minus 11.5 because they have shredded it. Pretty good celebration there by Ezekiel Elliott.
All right, Mike, tell the whole story. They got the fine this week, right? The whole thing.
So they score on Thanksgiving. Peyton Hendershot does, and Hendershot and Sean McKeon and Jake Ferguson and Dalton Schultz, all the tight ends, followed Zeke from several years ago going in the Salvation Army kettle. Friday, we're talking to the tight ends coach, and all the tight ends are playing well. The
extra point is good. It is 47-19. So I win my bet on Ezekiel Elliott. I win my bet on the rushing. I would win all 3 of my bets if somehow Jonathan Taylor can find a way to get in the end zone here, and that would be a big one. What's up, Mr. Graham? Good. I don't need CD to do anymore. I'm going against him in fantasy. Yes.
Good job by Dak Prescott.
CD's probably
Good
done
job
for
by
today.
Zeke. Good job by the Salvation Army. Going to make some more money off of the fact
yeah,
that
so
the
that's
NFL
big.
fined
Ezekiel
all those
Elliott.
players, so
I
you
bet
knew
$30 that he would
payback
score a
was
touchdown.
coming
That's going to hit $64 for me. That's going to be good.
In the mix as well. Crank him up, get him out there. Here was Thanksgiving.
I would win another 41 if Jonathan Taylor could find a way to get in the end zone. Thomas says, congrats on the win. Hey, it took a while, but we got there. Ezekiel Elliott has now scored a touchdown in his past 5 straight games, I believe. He was going in. He had the last 4, so I was like, hey, we're going to ride with him.
That's what I miss about playing football. It's the stupid stuff.
Dallas Flowers out to the 24-yard line. Apparently Our stupid stuff is not a replacement for that stupid stuff.
No,
it's not.
But you got to be happy, right, for Zeke, because
115 in the house, guys. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me tonight.
A big salary, and they're not committed to it.
If you're new to the Coach Plays, hit that red button, subscribe, join the team, join the fam to help support the channel, and to not miss any live streams like this where we sit back and we react to the whole game, we chat about it, sports reactions, sports news. Join the family. Subscribe to the Coach Plays. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Miss Larry Wee has subscribed to the Coach Plays. Shake it, bang. Appreciate you much, Miss Larry Wee. What a name. No one else out there has that name. I bet that.
He gave it this little wobble, like the Jalen Waddle thing, you know? It was perfect.
So Matt Ryan stays in. I probably would have put Nick Foles in. I mean, goodness gracious. Matt Ryan just checks it down, and his tight end will get a gain of maybe a yard. At what point do you not just say, hey, Nick Foles, you can go out there?
No, jumping into salvation. Thank you. I was going to say, I'm glad you did.
I mean, you know, they ring the bell, and they do so many great things. And
the awareness it brings with Thanksgiving and all that stuff.
The Cowboys have been doing this for years.
I agree.
So the Cowboys are going to advance to 9-3, and at some point you really do have to talk about the Cowboys being a legitimate contender for a Super Bowl. I mean, yes, they have to get it done in the postseason, but there's a lot to like about this Cowboys team. And I honestly think it starts with their defense. Their defense can get after you. And Jonathan Taylor needed 2, and he's going to have a loss of 2 if they just threw it to him.
Into this stretch here was this stretch of
Come on,
3
Colts,
games.
do something.
And they were playing teams from the AFC South in Indianapolis and Houston and at Jacksonville, and presumed would be significant favorites, double-digit favorites in those games going in. And would the Cowboys have a letdown? Because they can't if they want to have any hope of catching Philadelphia. Eagles 2 ahead of the Cowboys, won the first game.
And Matt Ryan steps up, avoids pressure, and does hit Pierce, but he fumbles at the end of the play. My goodness. That is the Cowboys' ball.
And it is. They point to Dallas.
Is that like 4 turnovers for the Colts today? 4 or 5? 5th. My goodness. My goodness.
Take a look. There it is, and I do think this ball comes out before the knee goes.
No, he's down. I think he's down.
I think he's down too.
Yeah, he's down. They should review this one, and it should remain Colts football.
Nope. Should be a little quick, expedited review, and get the offense off the field for the Cowboys and the defense back out there. And not a 5th turnover for Dallas.
So OBJ, what happens? Come on, you've got all the insider knowledge.
I've got nothing. So he went to the Giants. Odell Beckham Jr., of course, the free agent, off the knee injury, went to the Giants, went to the Buffalo Bills, scheduled to come here and visit tomorrow. And these teams have to make a decision because there is a difficulty to this. Here's the switch of units here. They'll reverse this. This is a tough one because he's not working out for these teams. So how do you know what you're getting?
After review, it is a catch, and the receiver was down by contact. First down, Indianapolis.
Well, he would only have one choice if it were me. I'd have to see it. Because what I'm interested in, if I'm Jerry Jones, is winning a Super Bowl this year. Right?
Right.
And if you're not working out, I'm not signing you. You've got to see something, right? You've got to be willing to. They have some tapes, they have something, but you got to see it yourself.
Right. That's going to be the problem because all 3 teams are in that same boat. Now, let me ask you this with the Cowboys. You've got James Washington coming back at receiver, and you have 3 receivers. That would be a 4th good receiver. So, do you really need Odell Beckham Jr. at this point? You're scoring 47 points here against a good defense. This pass nearly
that one was almost picked.
By Kelvin Joseph dropping back in coverage.
The answer is absolutely yes if it's OBJ. But this is, what, 10 months since the Super Bowl? Whatever that is. Yeah. And you have to, if I'm paying that money and cutting into future budgets as well.
Right, because he doesn't want a deal for this year. He wants a deal for a couple of years.
But I'm wanting him for this year. I don't care about next year.
And Matt Ryan just went down hard, and he fumbled. And that one's getting returned for a touchdown. And there's your 5th turnover.
Ryan got hit by 2 as that ball came out, and Williams, the rookie, takes it back the other way.
So Dicky Zuwa, let's take a look. He's going to come right up the middle here to make this play.
Ball is out.
Jeez,
Williams,
nice.
Yeah, right.
No
that's a
question.
fumble.
Yeah, Williams is contacted as he gets the ball. Is his knee still down as he does? Knee down, touch. We'll see if
you couldn't see that he was touched.
Right. Let's see if Will Fries made contact with his upper body.
It's definitely a fumble, though.
A better look at that. Clearly the ball out as Ryan just got crushed there. It's such a tough night. Fries.
Yeah, we're going to get Fries with that.
No, you didn't say that, did you? Cowboys have the extra point team on as
boy, this one has gotten ugly.
Over the last
Colts
few
got a
games,
lot of issues they're going to have to fix,
the
that's for
variety
sure.
of pass rushers this Dallas team can bring.
Man, it became a feeding frenzy in a hurry, didn't it?
That's unbelievable.
And you knew the minute that it wasn't the Colts style of play that it was going to happen. There was no way they were going to be able to pass protect. I mean, you know, they had Braden Smith, who was the right tackle, out of the game. So basically you're trying with a rookie on the left side and a backup tackle on the other side. You had to really sort of double team. But I give Dan Quinn credit. In this game was up for grabs, he started blitzing, especially on 3rd down, and completely turned it around.
After review, it is a fumble. The recovering player is down by contact at the 29-yard line. It will be Dallas ball, 1st down.
You know, and Dan
Brayton
Quinn,
says comeback. You know, you never know.
Matt Ryan as
You
well
just
as anybody
never
knows
know.
it's going to give Matt problems, but that pressure is going to give any quarterback problems, and we have seen it with their sack
You
numbers
just never know.
throughout the year. That is a 5th turnover
I
forced
can
by
smell
the
it, Brayton.
Cowboys
I
here
can smell
tonight. Cooper Rush is in at quarterback.
Cooper Rush is now in.
And Malik Davis, the rookie, in at running back, and he is pulled down as he limits the game. Bobby Okereke on the tackle. Wow, look at that score by quarter, 26.
So what do you think so far here at the NFC? We just saw Philly, see the Cowboys. Both of them have defense. Both of them have high-end offenses. You got the 49ers sitting out there.
Don't forget Minnesota.
Minnesota for sure.
And Dallas fans are going, yeah, went there and won 40-3. Demolished Minnesota.
Well, that's what I think for a lot of prognosticators out there, that one sort of tilted away from Minnesota in the conversations.
That handoff,
you know, that it
good hard run there for a gain of about 5.
With San Francisco and those two teams.
Did Taylor get over 100? He's at 21 carries for 82 yards at the ground.
Just a little bit extra about them, right? And now San Francisco loses Jimmy Garoppolo. Brock Purdy came in and won the game against a good Miami team. But let's see what happens the rest of the way with them. Dallas, I think we can get Steve Kornacki to project Dallas with a victory here at 9-3. But the interesting thing, Chris, Dallas could end up 4 games better than Tampa Bay or whoever wins the South. And they're going to have to play a road first playoff game.
Yeah. Against a team that has a little history against them.
Davis.
And Davis just cut loose for a touchdown. Holy. Well, he still has a chance unless they just bench him to keep him healthy.
53.
You don't see many beatdowns like this in the NFL. I'll say that.
One of my favorites, Jason Peters, and a good block out to the outside as well. That's Peyton Hendershot to spring that one, but we have just seen an explosion. And I tell you, it is hard sometimes to keep fighting when you're getting avalanched. If you've played this game long enough, at some point or another, you've been avalanched, and that's what's happened here.
I don't know if I've ever seen a 33-0 quarter.
Wow.
And that's what we have right now. You know, Maria was joking with Jason at halftime in the studio because Jason said the Cowboys are going to win by 40. And at halftime, it was an 8-point game. And right now, leads 35. Jason Garrett knows a thing or two about these Cowboys. 54-19 with 2:25 to go. So what do you think about the NFC? You asked me. You're the expert here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Philadelphia seems to have a lot of ways to win the football game.
Showed it today, right?
Yeah, I mean, they just have a lot of different ways to win it. And Jalen's just having one of those kind of years. The Cowboys do too. And I hate to even say it because I've kind of been arguing against OBJ. But if they had
I will say this.
Guy,
hope the Cowboys kill the Eagles next time they play them.
Somebody had to go guard him one-on-one. And he's anywhere close to what he was before. I think if I were Jerry, I would go, look, I've got this briefcase full of money.
33-0 in the fourth quarter,
Brady. See you run 6 routes.
Incredible.
That's all I got. That's all I need. You run these 6 routes, and I'm going to hand you this contract right here. Go put your cleats on. I got to see it, though.
Can I be a contrarian?
Sure.
Would adding OBJ mess up with it? They got a great thing. And it's not just 54 points, whatever it is. Yeah, 54 on the board. We were at their facility Friday. Like these guys like each other. It's perfect right now in this locker room. Here's the return by Isaiah Rodgers. Job by Rodgers.
The old OBJ, the young OBJ, maybe. I don't think he's that guy anymore. I really don't. They loved him with the Rams.
Yes,
they did,
absolutely.
and he fit in perfectly with that. There's no question about it.
Very fair. 4 turnovers, last 4 drives in the fourth quarter for Indianapolis, and Dallas has scored 5 touchdowns on the 5 Indy turnovers. And you see Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott. You know, you go in and do these meetings we always talk about. You talk to the coaches about, hey, the quarterback, what's the update? And you kind of asked Mike McCarthy, and he was almost dumbfounded because there's nothing to say. He said he's been the same guy since the very first lunch we had the day I got hired. He's a steady leader. This is Zach Moss with a run here that should take us to the 2-minute warning.
You know,
same guy every day, and that's a beautiful trait to have in the face of the franchise.
And the other thing that he does is he's a man of the people.
Ryan pops in the chat, says, let's go Cowboys.
In the locker room with the guys, playing cards with the equipment guys and everybody else. I mean, he brings that group together.
See that red challenge flag back there? They just took it from Mike McCarthy. And we were talking to Mike about Jeff Saturday and what he's going through. And actually, we were talking to Dan Quinn, excuse me, about that, right? And Dan said, hey, I understand what Jeff Saturday was going through, the Pittsburgh game on Monday night when everybody wanted the timeout. And Jeff came out and said, yeah, we should have called timeout. Dan said, my first couple of games, those preseason games, it was figuring out the system. Hey, who's going to come take the challenge flag at 2 minutes so I don't throw it and get a penalty because you can't challenge in the last 2. There's a process of learning how to be a head coach at the NFL level that Jeff is trying to jump into and save this fourth quarter. The quarters under his leadership for 15 quarters, this team has been competitive. But this one's gotten away from him.
Yeah, and now you get to try a new part of coaching, right? I mean, this is an embarrassment on national television, and now you find out what kind of faith they have in you.
Indianapolis is off next week, and their schedule is not easy down the stretch because they go to Minnesota, play the Chargers, play the Giants. Those are 3 teams that in all likelihood will be needing those games in their playoff push, and then they will close.
Cowboys have made it a good game, Jason says.
With the Texans in week 18.
Says,
so this
Cowboys
team really has
the best
been
ever.
Badly twice before tonight. And every other game, they have been in it or won it. But tonight, once it just got away a little bit and they had to get into that drop back passing mode, it just has not been there.
Loss of the run. Speaking of beaten badly, divisions play against the whole of another division in the other conference. So the NFC East play the AFC South. If you want to know one reason why the whole NFC East is above 500, it's the AFC South. This will be 12 games, 11 wins by the NFC East over the AFC South, 2 today, and the Cowboys have 2 more games against the AFC South coming up.
But think about how different the NFC is this year from what everybody thought it was going to be. No Green Bay. Tampa's not doing so well. Dallas is not in first place. The Rams are nowhere to be found.
All right, so that does it.
Different year than
The
was
Cowboys
anticipated by most.
get it done at home, especially in the fourth quarter, as they have a fourth quarter 33 points to 0. Cowboys win 54-19, guys. Appreciate each and every single one of you. Catalyst says, bro, I love watching you. You make my day. Hey, man, I appreciate you. You make my day by coming in here, hopping in there with us, reacting to it, being in the chat. I appreciate you guys very much. Shout out to everybody who decided to subscribe to the Coach Plays. You're helping growing this thing, growing the community, and we're just going to continue to do big things on this channel. So I appreciate you guys very much. I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, stay humble, stay kind. Peace.